3 minus 1, 2.
Oh, they're making crossplay. Sorry, that's my bad.
Yeah, I was pretty sure they didn't yet.
Alright. Well, okay. Gila, if you could do me a favor and drop character sheet down, please.
Drop it all the way down.
Huh?
Get your character sheet off of down. Don't look at it.
Get it out.
Get it out of here.
Oh.
Turn off your computer.
Okay. I got you. I realized what was happening. Yeah.
Why?
1 second. I'll be right back. But don't look at it. Don't do it. Stop it.
Cram.
I'm not. I'm looking at Pal World, if that helps.
I know.
You gotta cram. You gotta study.
I will say, my base in Power World is fucking awful. It is a box. It just looks so nice.
Are you looking at mine? Because this is not a base. This is a breeding farm.
I mean, you still have a floor.
All that's going to be happening here is fucking.
Wait, you can do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. All these little egg things are too.
That just
I'm trying
the human
that just
with
changed
the
my purchase.
I'm breeding these cat. Well, I don't think I'm gonna breed the cats because I realized that I can get a lot of them in caves. But the cats dig up gold, and if you upgrade them by if you upgrade them by if you put them in a ranch, they dig up gold, and if you upgrade a pal by condensing it, it upgrades their pal ability. So they'll find more gold.
Venture is now sponsored by Pal World, everybody. Welcome to the episode.
If you have an infinite amount of gold in the game, you can buy most anything that is anything that's hard to get. Especially when you go around and catch every version of the merchants and just put them in your base so that you don't have to go to them anymore. Oh no.
Smart idea.
Did you catch all that, Aaron?
Oh, all these wings I just ate? Yes. All right.
I made a pork loin. It's so good.
So,
That sounds good too.
Colin, here in this campaign, we like to play a game called Do You Know Jitaku? Unfortunately, this is only your second session in, so I will not be asking you questions based on the lore of the world.
You could ask me questions from like the first 10 episodes.
I will be asking you.
That far back.
I do. Thank you. I have notes on them. But I will just be strictly going off of your character sheet until we have a more established base with you and your character inside the world of Jitaku. So, what would you like to play? Do you know your character?
I would love to play.
All right, everybody knows the rules of the game. We're going to start with a D6 and make our way up to a D20 roll, asking you questions about your character that will make their way and get a little bit harder as we go. So, Colin, starting with a D6, and this is only for inspiration in this episode of the campaign, only for this episode. Your character sheet's down?
Yeah.
All right. For a D6 worth of inspiration, can you tell me what your highest stat is?
Oh, 100% strength. It's strength.
Strength. You said strength. Is that
100% strength.
That's your final answer?
Yeah, for sure.
That is correct. For a D6 worth of inspiration. For bonus points, can you tell me what your strength modifier is?
5.
Ooh. Well, it's it's that belt, the aforementioned.
The bonus points are just me appreciating that you know it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so you're sitting at a D6. D6 is pretty. It can help you out pretty well in an episode. But you have the potential to move up to a D8 if you can answer the next question. Would you like to keep your D6 or move forward with a D8?
I'm gonna keep going, Regis.
All right, that's way too easy. All right, so for a D8's worth of inspiration, D8. It's a lot of D's, a lot of 8s.
A lot of days.
A lot of days. Can you tell me what your armor class is? Your AC,
16.
Said 16. That's a pretty quick answer. A little hasty.
I worked very hard to get it to that. I had to mess around with my feats and decided to not go with feats so that I could get more constitution so that I could actually get it to 16.
All right, so your final answer goes with 16.
Yes.
That is correct.
Yeah, I worked very hard on making monk and barbarian armor class bullshit work so I didn't have to wear armor and could still have a 16 AC.
Outstanding. Outstanding. You're sitting pretty with a D8's worth of inspiration. You're merely 3 questions away from getting yourself up to a D20. Would you rather hold on to this D8 or move up to a D10?
Oh, I'm going to keep going, baby.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Swear to God, if we get 2 20s in a row, it's going to be crazy.
Buck wild.
Alrighty.
We hit 5 20s last session.
Lane, can you put the putt-putt in there again? Because I'm all thrown off.
Yeah, I got you.
So, for a D10's worth of inspiration, you are proficient in 2 skills. Can you tell me what those 2 skills are?
Athletics and acrobatics.
You said athletics and acrobatics.
I
Is
think
that-
so.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
You said athletics and acrobatics, and that is correct.
Ah!
Right. D10's worth of inspiration.
It was a very hard decision between acrobatics and survival. And I couldn't remember which one I had picked.
Very good. Very good. Okay, you're sitting at a D10. You are now 2 questions away from being a millionaire. I mean, getting a D20's worth of inspiration.
Same thing.
Would you like to hold on to that D10? That's a lot of numbers to be able to add to a single roll.
No, I want more.
All right.
I can't pitch out now. I know this character pretty well.
All right. So then, for a D12's worth of inspiration, you have 3 different types of attacks whenever you use the form of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell? You have a bite, you have a claw, and you have a tail attack. In that order, can you tell me what D8 goes with each attack? Bite, claw, tail.
Huh. You're saying which one of them is a D8 of damage?
I'm saying, tell me which one, tell me what does what amount of damage. You don't have to give me the pluses after it. So how much, what's the D8 worth of a bite? What's the D8 worth of a claw? And what's the D8 worth of a tail? This music's intense.
It's perfect.
Just that.
I'm pretty sure the claws are D6s. Claws 1d6 plus strength. Bite's 1d8 plus strength. And then I'm pretty sure the tail's 1d8 plus strength.
So you're going bite 1d8, claws 1d6, and then tail another d8 plus strength, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the tail, but yeah.
That is correct.
Oh god. I wasn't certain because the tail can do other shit, so it would be feasible for it to have been a lower die rating. Jesus.
God damn, boy. You're sitting at a D12, Colin. D12. It's the closest thing you can get until you get to the top number.
Yeah, but I can't roll a 20 on a D12. So let's do it.
That's a fair point.
It's not how they work. You are correct.
I can't roll a 40 with
You
one
got
D12.
a point.
All right. So, for a D20's worth of inspiration, D20. I have two separate questions here I could go for the D20. I would like for you to pick the number 1 or 2. One is harder than the other.
Like literally one? Question 1 is harder, or?
Up to
Go
your
with two.
interpretation.
Let's go with 2.
Go with 2.
2.
Can you tell me the number for all 3 of your passive senses?
Oh.
Hate this question.
It's a D20.
So, investigation is 10. Wisdom 11. Oh wait, so perception 11. What's the third passive?
You have it's insight.
Insight 11.
Okay, so you're saying your passive perception is 11.
Yeah.
Your passive
I
investigation
think I have 1
is
to
10,
wisdom.
and your
Yeah.
passive insight is also 11.
Yeah.
All right, Colin. Your passive insight is 11. Your passive
Mhm.
perception
Which means perceptions
is 11.
11, yeah.
And your passive investigation
What's my intelligence? I can't remember.
is 10.
Did you get it?
I've
You
got-
have a D20's worth of inspiration for
Fuck.
this section.
I've got. I couldn't remember if my charisma or my intelligence was negative.
It's
I
your
think
charisma.
It's charisma. Okay.
It is your charisma.
Whew.
Got that chutzpah.
Boy.
He's
That's
confident.
2 in a row, gang. 2 in a row.
I'll mess that up.
God damn.
I'll mess that
Money,
up next
money,
game.
money.
Very nice. All right. So,
Now
Make
I
sure
gotta
to
find
hold-
my character sheet.
I know, I was like,
all right. So, last session we began in Anisi, where everyone began helping rebuild the town, talk with others, and began training in their own ways to become better. Whether that be sailing out and going to talk with family, working with prayers with the holy Kijana, talking more with family, trying to figure out things about Cal, reading, and until we ended up coming to the conclusion that the only way to save Calazar was to head to the wonderful city of Udzalon, where the party ended up trekking out and starting their adventure. About a few hours in, they made it across a giant landing of stalagmites where they were ambushed by a group known as the Circuitites. In trying to fight them off, working out pretty well, they ended up hearing a loud roar from up top where a Komodo dragonborn dropped down by the name of Gila. As the sands began to pick up and the party was able to thwart off most of them, one was able to run away, but Finn sent his, what is her name? I apologize.
D.
Trixie. Finn sent the lovely Trixie after it, not seeing it again afterwards. You all got back into the cart where you found that Calazar was gone. Seeing the storms get heavier and heavier, you see a strange face and 2 others with him say, "Follow me," where they take you to an abandoned city that looks like it had been torn apart. Gila takes you and found into a storm shelter to where you all kind of jump in. It's a nice little area made out. Gila, this is not your first time being here. If you would like to try to describe your little safety bunker for whenever storms come in, you may.
Yeah, there's a couple of these throughout the desert. Not all of them are mine. It's kind of that the same thing. If you've ever seen like survivalists in like the north, like cabins that have just like random people like might leave behind sleeping bags and things like that, and there's like a smattering of like sleeping bags and like utensils and cooking equipment and stuff like that for when the storms are just way too bad to go out in and you're going to be holed up for a couple days, because sometimes they come at the drop of a hat and you don't know what's going to happen. This entrance, we're underground, right? Is that?
Yes. Yeah. Basically, like, imagine an underground bomb shelter, kind of.
Yeah. It's dark. Gilo goes over, walks over and lights an oil lamp, and hangs it on a hook that's like crudely screwed into the top, under the roof of the ceiling of this cave. And looking around, it's sparse and Spartan, but there's like a couple stools to sit on around a place for a fire to be made, with a hole going out the top of it, that typically consistently needs brushing off. So I don't know if that's covered or not right now. But he kind of takes a seat next to this campfire-esque place and starts trying to get one going for a little more light, as we're sitting here, or as we come into here. There's he points over to a chest, and he says, if need be, there should be extra rations. No water here, but dried meat, dried fruit. If you are hungry, please take some. We refill them on a regular basis. Water, however, hard to come by, and if we do leave it, it usually gets taken, whether people need it or not.
I'd like to cast create food and water.
My man.
Sick.
I'd like to create water.
What does that look like whenever you create? This will be the first time I've seen you cast this. So, what does that look like?
First time I've ever cast it. I don't even know how.
Just falls all over the floor, and then we try and it dissolves into the sand.
So you see,
he's maybe looking around, and he's just kind of like eyeing it, and he kind of like just I put my pack down, and like as I do it, I subconsciously fucking cast it. The fucking third level spell shit, dude.
We'll take a rest.
Hopefully.
This will itself be a rest.
Okay, cool.
You do not know how long the storm goes, for the storm chooses when it ends.
Yeah, but so like, I like kind of put my pack down, and like as I do, I just you can hear just the swishing of like a lot of water, kind of coming from like maybe just behind the pack. Like maybe I put against a big vase, and like as I did it, it just filled with water.
You say, yeah.
Oh, fantastic! I love magic. This is every time. Every time someone breaks this out, it's awesome.
I'll sitting on Finn's shoulder, I'll just like tip my shell over, and like a bunch of sand will come out of my shell, and then I'll hop down and I'll just splash some water and rub water all over myself. Hey, and I'll look at is it Gila?
Gila, it is. Gila.
Zone of Truth again.
Gila the monster.
Gila the monster. Okay, might have the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable, but
Your emphasis is fine.
Thank you. What are you about, mate? Who are you with? What? Why help us? Why? What were you doing back there?
As you say, who you're with, from the storm cellar door that you came in, it opens back up as you can hear rustling wind. Sands begin to shoot down into it as you see two other kobold dragonborns coming down. They were the ones that were with him before. Their names Jezik and Shlorn. Whenever they come down, they're like, Gila, the area is secure.
Thank you. friends. Come, sit. It seems our new friends have brought some food with them. I am. Are they part of the same thing that I am, or are they
Yes.
just kind of buddies?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
No, they're with you and buddies.
Okay. No, we are part of the Beklik Anonik, the desert flowers. We typically deal in traversing the desert and helping others to do so. It is quite dangerous out here, and it's necessary for many trade routes to come through, as well as taking care of the many thing or beast that travel along the roads that can easily take down or ambush someone, as you saw with the kobolds and scorpions that attacked your band. We had been tracking them. It seems that we were a little bit late on putting the smack down, but it was very good to have help with that. Thank you for that, by the way. I knew you were in a position where you kind of had to, but it is still appreciated. The Circuitites are a terrible stain upon the beautiful desert, as it were.
Circuitoids. What's that?
They're the brigands that
Yes,
my dad was telling us about before we left.
Ones that ride the scorpions.
Yeah.
the band of ambush predators that
Yes.
tried to take you for what you were worth. Did they work in distraction tactics? Are you missing anything from your wagon?
My uncle
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
and all our supplies.
Kind of a big thing to forget about.
Yeah.
Okay, did not bury the lead at all. Wow. That's. Do I know them to take people alive or dead or whatever?
So you know the Circuitites to you just know this offhand. If they can find people who are weak, they will either take them in willingly or take them in to be part of some, like to rehabilitate, and or just put them to servitude, bondage.
That is that's depending on where they took him, not good, to say the least.
And knowing, because I have my notes, I was trying to keep my player knowledge away from my character knowledge, but my notes say that like the Circuitites are a bunch of kobolds and other creatures that ride on scorpions. Would I recognize like Ila's two friends as kobolds, like distinct from him? Like they're distinct racially, like he's not just a big kobold, he's a different thing.
Yeah, he's a completely different thing, like a completely different type of. He's not a kobold itself.
Would I be able to kind of like clock that these are kobolds and like are they Circuitites like the other kobolds we were fighting?
Like you're talking about Jezik and Thrawn?
Yeah.
Just looking at them,
Or
you wouldn't.
Sloan or Jezik and Thrawn?
Shlone, sorry. You just by looking at them, they look different. You wouldn't immediately just think, oh, these have to be the same thing. They look stockier. They don't look malnourished. They look taken care of. Where looking at the things that you were fighting, they seem smaller. They seem like more of scavengers. They don't look as well off as these three do.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gila, was it? You said you were part of
yes.
the Beltic Anoic druid.
Close.
Close.
Belclick and Nonic, I believe.
Beklik and Onik.
I'm
But
not
yes.
a smart.
Beckklick.
I'm big. I'm not smart. But that's actually who we were hoping to maybe see in Utsulon.
If you come across someone that you do not know if they are friend or foe, he reaches into a bag and brings out a handful, and the other two do the same. And they pull out a handful of what look like seeds and close their fists around them, and there's this like pinkish tattoo on the back of his hand that starts to glow a little bit. And as they like close their fists around this, you see that that glow, and then the flowers start sprouting out of their hands, and these like pink like hedgehog cactus flowers that come out.
Wow.
If you see a mark of the Beklik, you can most likely trust the people, and not many. There are not many people around here who have natural magical abilities of that way. So it is a good sign if you see the mark itself. Not easily duplicated as a effect.
Where after you say that, Jezik reaches into his pack and he pulls out a necklace covered in wooden symbols that look kind of shaped like shields that have that same scorpion that you had fought with the super rounded out tail. He says, "But if you see these, know to shoot on sight. These are the marks of the Circuitites. All of them wear one, and I collect."
Yeah, he's a bit of a pack rat, honestly. Yes, they, you won't see many, championing that, symbol that, either they are in a case where they are in danger and, are being gussied up to look like one of them, to ward off potential attackers, or they are parts of them and are basically just looking for their next mark.
Okay. We don't know how long this storm's gonna last. Do we? You said you were tracking these brigands?
Yes, the ones that attacked you, we were tracking that group. Just
They have
before that happened.
Do you think they have a main base of operation where they would take prisoners nearby?
Aaron, do they have like several little bases, right?
Mm-hmm.
As well as Big Daddy base.
Yes, there are three main sects inside of that you know of.
Gotcha.
Did you find out I gave you my message? It's in the message.
Give me 1 second.
You know
so
that
basically
they're
just trying to figure out the best possible option where they would take Cal potentially.
so you know that there are three sects, and each one has a certain person that runs it.
The Circuitites are in a triumvirate of sorts that work with and without each other, under the protection of the sisters that run them, the three of them. I'm only seeing two names.
I got you, dog. There is Queen Cirquette, Priestess Amunet, and Headman Dendera.
Oh, Headman Dendera is one of the sisters. Okay, got it. Yes. There's Queen Circuit, Priestess Eminent, and Headman Dendera. They all have their own parts of the wastes. Is there any way to tell which these were from?
Give me give me
I'll make a roll.
Yeah, give me an insight check upon looking at them in battle, and have it at advantage just because you are used to.
I might not need it.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20. Yeah, so as you were up on top and going to throw a motherfucker at another motherfucker, you had pulled the leg up to where you saw a branding on this kobold that showed the mark of the Headman. And whenever you first saw it up on his leg, it is a branding of a just part of a scorpion tail going down into what looks like a hellish H.
I draw the symbol of that branding in the dust of the cave, and I said they bore the branding of the Headman, which does not bode well. Context clues. In that, how? So I would know where their sort of deal is at that point. Then
you know that their main spot is honestly on the other side of those mountains is where that they take place. You know that the Headman. Okay, so the Headman goes into neighboring cities and pulls a tax from these people. What? Just give you a nat 20. You already know these things anyway.
Hell yeah.
The Headman.
I'm relaying this information as well.
The Headman pulls and raids other surrounding towns, no matter how small they are, pulling not really as much of a raid as it is. They go in with a peaceful tax and in that tax offer their protection as long as others are willing to pay. Unfortunately, those taxes pretty much range up into the price of almost everything they have. They don't get enough. They only leave enough for them to survive to be able to make the next payment. They go into the surrounding towns of Qatar, in the Thalath Tarak, and they go into Rabi al-Ramal. If someone were to not pay the tax, whether that be not having enough or outright refusing, they will end up giving them incentive to do so. And the only time that people have ever really seen the Headman come out of her nest is if they continue to either refuse or do not make do. They show up month to month and do their best to take it or give them incentive to do so. Trying to stop them has been a lot harder than people would want. And it seems that they have some kind of business deal going on with some of the people in Udzalan.
Got you. I relay all that, and then the unfortunate circumstance that we find ourselves in is that they are by far the most ruthless of the sects to be taken by. However, they don't travel very fast, carrying a good amount of resources. Depending on how long this dust storm goes, we might be able to catch up to them. But also their base of operations is not too far away, and if they reach that, well, it's a whole nother ballgame.
Also, during this time, I would like to telepathically link with Trixie to see if she is okay. Do I hear anything? If she's within 1 mile of me, I can telepathically communicate.
Would you say anything? Do you do anything, or do you just kind of silently listen for it?
I would ask if she caught the dude, and then if not, is she following, and is she okay?
You ask and you wait, and there's silence. You heard her make a noise in the storm, but you could not see past and through.
Yeah.
You do not know what has happened to her.
Oh. Son of a bitch, it's not a good day for Finn.
When was the last good day for Finn? Anyway.
When he got his arm back.
Yeah. Gila says if they continue through the storm, they will most definitely make it into the home of the Headman. Going there straight away may not be the best choice. We do know that typically we're reaching around the time that they
You mean Jezek, right?
Yeah,
I was
what did I
like,
say?
why don't we just
You
have
said
him
Gila.
talk?
Gila.
Why isn't Gila
I'm
talking?
I'm so sorry.
I was gonna go with it. That's fine because it's cool to relay information. I was just making sure.
No, Jezek. He's like, we do. They are getting around the time of their monthly go-arounds for their tax, for their so-called protection. Say they're about 2 days away. Maybe we could wait until then. Strike when they have the least amount of people there.
It's a long time to wait.
I don't know if my uncle has the time. He's sick. He needs medicine.
Is it better for one head, or what? 1, 2, 3, 9 heads.
It's better to get our uncle back.
What kind of sick? He says, standing up.
Just sick. I'm not cagey. Being cagey.
On the edge
Given
of...
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Nar. We'll see
I'll
see
catch. I'll lock eyes with Finn and not get what he doesn't want to share as much right now. And I'll just say, on the edge of death, pretty much. I mean, for the most part, we came here to find healing that we couldn't get back at home. So he's the reason why we're even down here.
Well, expressing the notes of severity is one thing, but if you need healing, that is something that the people that I work with do. If I knew what was going on. And he kind of looks at Finn and kind of sizes him up for a second and says, I don't think that you have any reason to be afraid of me or them. And he nods his head over to his 2 kobold buddies.
One of them takes a bite out of a big thing of jerky, and the other's just kind of like eyeing you down, tossing a ball up in the air, just like, we're no threat to you.
Don't get me wrong. I met you 2 hours ago. Not about trust yet.
Understood. However, and I peek my head. I walk over to the edge of the cave and peek my head out. Can I tell in any way the severity of this and how long it might last?
You're in the deepest parts of it at the moment. Give me you look at it for a second, and as you're going, give me a religion check real fast.
Gotcha. Fat goose egg on this one. 3!
3. You're looking at it, and you begin to think to the goddess Yi, and try to look at it, and imagine, and just see what her will be done. And your eye is just not working with her third one. Now, give me a survival. Yeah, give me a survival.
Remember, you have a d20.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, but
And it's if you don't use it, you lose it type situation.
Yeah.
I know, but we have hours.
I did that last time. I
Just
held on to
reminding.
it for too long, and then I was like, nah, fuck it, throw it on my perception check too.
That's an 11.
11. Yeah, no, looking at it, you've seen plenty of these happen before. You are in the heaviest part of it at the moment. You guys have probably been sitting in here for a couple hours now, and by like looking at it, you think that it's probably not gonna come back up. It's not gonna begin to slow down until morning. It'll probably be about 10 to noon, with an 11 about somewhere between 10 to noon before it begins to sputter down enough for you to safely leave.
He takes something out of his pocket and scoops it down into the sand and walks back over to like the fire in the area, and one of the empty stools he puts down an hourglass and says, most likely when this is close to done, we should be seeing the end of the storm.
About how long does it look in this thing? And
And you said
10, 15
how many,
minutes?
how many hours is
10 to 12. Right now it's the night before,
yeah,
so
hours, like a bunch of hours.
so 10 you said whenever you say 10 to 15 minutes, Gila just no, the storm does not.
Jezek.
Damn it, Jezek. I should have chose not another name with a G.
It's not.
It's
There's
a J.
Gila
It's
and
like-
Jezek.
It's like a soft J.
The J.
It's Gezzic, Jezek. But he's the storm does not just come and go. The storm stays. The storm makes sure to lay dominance over everyone. Us, the headman, it rules above all. It will be till morn. Yes.
All right.
But if we have had to hunker down, so have they. Most likely. They could not have made it. Or it would be at least very foolish for them to travel with provisions back that far. If we head out when it dies down, we might be able to find where they held up. And hope that they have taken a longer break than we have.
Gila, roll me a d4.
Sweet. Love a d4 roll that I don't know the consequences of.
Yes, no. If they took a longer break.
That's a
I'm guessing-
1, sir. That's a 1.
Fuck.
Okay. Jezek gets up and rolls over to the corner, opens up a large crate as he begins to pull out bedrolls, and he throws one to you, Finn. You feel it into your chest. Same thing, leg, Nar, Polywan. He throws them all down. He says, might as well shack up, get ready for a long night. I will take first watch.
I'll stay up and watch with him.
We are, yes, I was about to say, we understand trust is an issue, so feel welcome to help watch.
Yeah. Yeah,
4
I'll take
eyes are
first
better
watch
than
with
2.
Jezek.
Oh, as everybody begins to hunker down, you can still hear the winds just shooting through heavy. Sometimes the gate, or not gate, but the top trap door that you guys all came in and came down the ladder will just kind of open up and slam shut just a little bit as it's trying to break the lock and come in. Sand sometimes just in. Finn, during you and Jezek's first watch, says, so a bit of a fish out of water, no? What?
A little on the nose, don't you think?
I mean, you're a little out of your depth, don't you think?
Yeah. More than a little out of my depth.
Tell me, what does this man mean to you?
He's
sound-
family.
enough to risk coming out in the desert and dehydrating. Seems
I have
simple.
ways to keep myself hydrated, and
Good.
then I'll cast create water.
It is nifty trick. Wish I could do it. My brother can, but I cannot. Nonetheless, it's admirable that you're doing this for your uncle, you said?
Kind of my fault he's in this position, but
I mean, no sense holding down weight on your own shoulders for it.
no, there is accountability, right?
Here, here. But I feel like he would have, if he didn't find himself to get into some sort of situation, he should find himself accountable as well, correct? Or can he? How almost dead is this uncle of yours? No offense.
Incapacitated, comatose,
Ah,
almost.
and you brought him out here? Oh,
Yeah.
if they do not kill him, the Sands will. We must get him back post-haste.
Agreed.
But getting in and going somewhere like this, going into the Headman's dormitory, into the Headman's home, no easy feat. It's not. Do you know about how long, a guesstimate of how long he may have to live?
2 weeks?
2 weeks. That's plenty of time.
Or every... Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks,
Our
right?
home, yeah, it's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Our home is only a 5-day trip, and you, getting your uncle back should not take long, as long as we go under the proper guise and not go in there whenever that's completely filled to the brim with the circuitites. I know you want to get your uncle back quickly, young guy. What was your name again?
Finn.
Finn.
And I'm
Then-
gonna slowly hide my prince little badge thing that I forgot I had on my person.
He's gonna Finn. Well, that does sound familiar for some reason, and he's going to make a d20 roll at disadvantage.
Am I hearing this?
Are you awake?
I was gonna do something before I went to sleep, so yes.
I'm okay with it.
I was waiting for
Yeah.
you guys to have your scene. What history?
Yeah, he was rolling a history at disadvantage because he's never been to an easy, or definitely not been to Caracalla.
Am I at disadvantage?
Unless you think you've been to an easy or Caracalla.
I'm at disadvantage. That's still a 15.
At disadvantage?
Yeah, I rolled a 15 and a 19.
You know of the Manawan tribe, or the Manawan kingdom, and
I didn't give my last name though.
Oh, he did not. You did not.
You heard
How
about someone named Finn getting his ass beat by a rhino.
How
I
much?
got all the way to Uthlan.
Yeah, how much? The point is, like, how much do I know about the Manawan fucking hierarchy, and would I know the name Finn regardless? As that, I'd say no. I'd say no, not off of a.
I would say you know of the King Scarlax. You know of the royalty, and you know that they have high regard for the armies, or the main army that exists within Caracalla. You know it to be a formidable force, and you do know the name of at least King Scarlax and his mother, and you would probably even know the High Mage Akula.
But not Finn specifically, so this is not ringing any bells. I am over in the corner, not the corner, at the fire. I've set up like this like collapsible rocket stove with a crucible on top of it, and I look over to Jezik and say, "Jezik, your hatchet, it's cracked. Give it to me."
I hit the hardest part of the scorpion, as I always do.
It happens.
Harder you
should've-
crack.
You should have sharpened it last night like I told you to, and we might not be in this situation.
Well, last night I was a little too hungry, and then I ate too much, and then I fell asleep.
I know, and I told you to eat earlier in the day so that you didn't get... We're not having this conversation.
Look. Just do it for me, please. Yee's respect
Give me
to
the
you.
damn thing.
Just take it, and he just kind of like, he overhand throws it to you.
Yeah, I catch it.
Yeah.
Catch it, and I rip the twine off of the sides of it and take the obsidian, like the black glass structure that's on it that acts as the axe head, and drop it into the crucible and start melting it. And over the time before I go to sleep, I drop that into a small mold that I've got and sharpen it back into an axe head and reattach it to his hatchet and put it off to cool. Now don't touch it this time before it's cool. I know you want to check the weight and all of that. I swear, it's the exact same weight of glass. It's going to be the exact same feel.
Look.
But the balance points will be different.
Look, oh, I like this guy's style. He knows. It will be different. It's different every time.
Okay, well, you're going to burn the fuck out of your hand again if you don't, and I need you to have 2 hands.
Look, I still have 2 hands. It's just these 2 fingers are stuck together. It doesn't matter. I can still hold just the same.
If you get in a situation where you'll need those 2 fingers to be unseparated, we're going to have a problem.
I can't think of one, but...
I'll tell you what.
I touch him and I give him some healing. I give him 5 points of healing.
Don't encourage him.
I'm touching that thing as soon as I get it. I'll tell you now.
The unfortunate part of working with glass is that you cannot quench it like you could a blade. So let it cool.
Fine.
I was just about to quench it. Good thing you said
Shatter.
Yeah.
The first thing he hits, it would burst into a million pieces.
Ooh, that could actually be cool, like an exploding glass weapon.
Into your own eyes, yes. It would be great.
But I would throw it. Think about it. You
We
throw
can
it,
talk
then
about-
it...
We can talk about that later. I'm going the fuck to bed. And he goes over and curls up in a sack and passes out.
But, you feel like 2 weeks is not a lot of time, Finn. But 2 days is not a lot of time. 2 weeks when it comes to life is a lot of time. Think of it from an outside perspective. 2 days running through, we can get him back. Take a smarter choice, not a harder choice. Just think about it. Now, who said that they were taking the second rest? I cannot remember.
I don't think Finn's gonna sleep tonight. So I'm gonna take that point of exhaustion.
Okay.
Damn.
If you saw my dice roll to you, that D4,
I can. Oh.
yeah. Do you? Okay, we haven't done that in a while. Do you remember what the D4 signifies?
It's for your dreamy beamies.
Yes. Okay. Just making sure you remember. And the 1 and a 2 is a not good dream.
Do they have character sheets, the little guys?
Jezik and Shlom.
Yeah.
Not ones that I can just give you offhand, unfortunately.
Aw, you bastard.
Uh,
I wouldn't know what my buddies do.
Hurry up and make 2.
I don't even know what my mount does.
He left.
He left.
You asked too
Yeah.
hard of a question.
I asked too many
He's like,
questions. I broke the
"Fuck him
DM.
out."
What the fuck happened?
What does 1 level of exhaustion give me? Just disadvantage, right?
Disadvantage on something, I think.
I think it's everything.
I believe so. Oh,
Is he back?
back.
yeah, I'm back. That was obnoxious.
Did peanut butter take away your cord again?
No.
What happened?
Discord just decided to stop courting.
Oh, fair
Oh,
enough.
dude, I've had that happen fucking couple times. It's fucking annoying.
A little bit.
It for sure is.
What did I say just then? Oh yeah, not
About the dreams.
no. I could, if yes, but give me un momento.
Mhm.
Who is okay? Finn, you're not going to sleep.
I just lost my uncle. I can't find Trixie. Like,
This man is going through it right
Yeah.
now.
It's like you
Yeah.
need to just here have some of this and just take I'll take second watch.
a little bit of the edge off, man.
I'll smoke a little bit, but I'll just sit there and just
That's
go through like
easy.
sword forms and shit.
And then
Pretty
I'll
much.
do second watch just to try and force him to go to sleep.
Got you. So
I'll take a short rest.
you go up first. Okay,
Oh, back
you're
bad.
you're going through the second watch. Leg. When you fall asleep, go as you're like it's just blackness, darkness, until you see in that darkness two green wisps come down and through until they meet each other side by side, and then they begin to take an ocular shape as you see the green kind of lift up as if it's two eyelids, and you begin to see the face of Azrael form say, "I am always watching. And you should take a look at this." As his face kind of moves in towards you until it just completely encapsulates all your vision. The green, it becomes too green over your eyes, as if you are seeing from his point of view, as it is the middle of the desert right now, as everything is swirling and moving, and it's like you're up top in the sky looking from a cloud, and far down trying to look through the sands, you can't see much of anything until you can see just one speck just making its way through, just slowly pushing through. It seems to have a makeshift like cloth just completely covering itself as it's taking one step after another through the desert. You can see kind of poking out one tusk that is all the way out, and one that just seems to be broken. You can see off part of the face, you can see blood that is just not fresh, but dark and dried, and you can see the other tusk in this hooded figure's hand, just slowly making it through the desert. In that, you can also see behind him is a group of what appears to be scorpion riding beings that you can't really tell what they are, for they are riding two scorpions on the back to be a chariot that seems to be slowly following after it. And then as that happens, you feel a blink of green happen as it pulls back out, and you hear clocks ticking.
As he says that, like, I'm gonna like just come up and punch him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like, I
you-
see that it probably just
you
wisps away.
as you punch, you see that green just out, and then the rest of your dreams kind of just mirror and replay, just seeing that and seeing. You can't tell if they're getting closer or if he's getting further away, and it just repeats and repeats and repeats.
Could I do a potential check to see how far away he would, like, maybe be able to pick out, like, where in this temple? And he's like, obviously I know I have my, like, compass
Mm-hmm.
that points to him, but, like, to be able to kind of gauge roughly, he's like maybe a couple miles away, or he's like a day away type of thing.
It is going to be a very hard check
I
because
don't give a fuck.
all right, so you can give me a survival check at disadvantage
Oh,
due
you
to
fucking asshole.
due to the due to the storms that are happening and how hard it is to see much of anything else. The dream itself is focusing on his location, or like on him himself.
Okay, 9. Dude, I rolled shitty on both of those.
It's a 9. 9 is your total.
Yeah.
With a 9,
Charisma check.
all the sands around kind of look the same, but you can see what appear to be not headstones. I'm sorry. What are those called? You see formations of rocks that are kind of lifted up and like others stacked upon each other, and behind him a cave.
Barons?
Barrens.
Okay. Totally not the bad dream that I wanted.
It's a bad dream you got. 'Cause he's gonna die again. Now, in doing that, you can, as Polyuan, you're kind of getting up. You can see like rolling over a little bit, covering himself up. You see Finn practicing his sword styles, just working. You know that he was a part of the first shift. You see Jezik walk up, and he just kind of puts a hand on your feathery shoulder. He's just, take care of your friend. He seems to be stressed.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of an understatement.
Just let him know he's not alone. I don't think hearing it from me is going to mean much.
You never know. I mean, it's still nice to hear. One love, every man.
Yes, one love.
Yeah, you get it.
This is Indonesian expression.
Nah, it's mine.
You are wise beyond your years.
I've never heard that before, so thank you. I've
Yes.
been trying to tell people.
And he takes out a bedroll, throws it out, says, "Good night, wise one." See, kind of climbs up.
All I do one of these, like a little bow.
Yes.
Oh,
This is gonna be my new best friend. I'm just
Yeah,
calling
I
it
think
now.
these guys are gonna be fun.
Yeah.
As Jezik goes to sleep, Shalon ends up kind of getting up, but he is just over, like, checking out his blades, looking them over. You see him, like, he pulls out a small cracked mirror, begins like checking out his teeth, making sure everything is nice and sharp. But he's just kind of minding his own business. He doesn't seem to be as many words as Jezik is. Polywan, in second watch, can I get you to do me a favor and roll a d20?
You can. Any modifiers? Just straight up.
Just a straight old d20, my guy.
Not good.
Roll low.
3.
3.
Pretty low.
Please be low. Please be low.
As you're just kind of watching Finn's formations, and you're smoking some seaweed, taking a drink of some of the created water. The gate, or the door, that the top door that has a ladder down that you all climb down to get inside. You see it just until it finally just slams open, and sand all begins to start to pour inside of this area. Sand, and then the winds are pushing in more and more and more. Everybody, give me a quick perception check, or what is everyone's passive perceptions?
Well, I'm
That
asleep.
are asleep.
11.
Okay,
I'm not asleep.
you're not asleep.
I still had some stuff I wanted to do and then go to sleep, but I didn't want to interrupt everybody else.
Oh, you could have jumped on in, big dog.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to give everybody else their time to shine. Do we want to do like a go back in time, like because I had stuff I wanted to do and then go to sleep
Yeah. Earlier today.
earlier tonight.
Night. 2 hours
Just-
ago.
Nothing crazy.
Come
Nothing.
back to
Nothing.
1 o'clock when we
I just wanted to do some talking, do some stuffing, and then we can maybe get buried in sand after.
What you got?
I wanted to kind of, after everybody starts settling down, I'll walk around towards this fire that Gila made, and I'll just kind of toss my Moto orb into it, and just leave it there. And then I wanted to kind of plop down next to Jezik, and just ask him about some stuff. I wanted to ask him about the Barbaroir. You ever heard of this Barbaroir?
Why speak of the Barbaroir? What is it that you know? What is it? Why? You need know nothing of Barbaroir.
Just heard about it, that's all. I heard it was huge and it's smart and has fearsome powers and it's holds domain over the south of Oodlesalon. We'd fucking die if we got close to it. I don't know, it seems crazy.
Barbaroir is what take my brother's tongue. You do not get near Barbaroir, for if not Barbaroir, one of his minions take you down. He lives in the southern area near where the queen lives. You do not get near it. You do not.
Does it move around? Or does it stay in the same place?
He mostly has his home base castle in the caves, yes, but if he ever goes out for hunger or if he just gets bored, or he goes and visits the queen from time to time, but she always rejects his offers.
Is it like he's not aligned with anybody? He's not aligned with the Bay Click Canonic or the Silky Tides or anything? He's just his own thing? It's just...
Barbaroir is aligned with Barbaroir.
And how big we talking this thing is?
Okay, look at who is tallest member of your group, your clan here.
It's probably Finn or Finn or Leg.
You see him? Imagine him times about, I don't know, 3.
Hey, oh shit! Okay, so he's huge. He's a huge thing. Don't fuck with it. Got it.
He seems big, but he is deceptively fast. And even though he's deceptively fast, if he cannot catch up to you, he will most likely roast you to a crisp with his red-hot fire breath. And if not that, he will send one of his chompers towards you. He will let go of the bounds that hold on to him, and he will let them free, and they will chase you down.
Okay, so ignore. Does he know any? And I'll hold up my hand and do like just that little fire kind of sit in my hand. Does he know anything about magic? Does he have any magical capabilities, or is he just all?
He does not host magical capabilities within himself, no. But I know he wields and holds on to many magical items that keeps him powerful.
All right.
But this is all rumor and hearsay, I tell you. For me, myself, I do not. If you want to know more about the bubble world, you could talk to someone who's met it.
Oh, you know somebody who's... You've never seen it for yourself?
I've heard it just from the sign language that my brother has learned to speak since the bubble world took his tongue.
So your brother might be the person to talk to, or somebody else?
I mean, you can talk to him all you want. He doesn't do much talking back nowadays.
Leg, what do you want? You're twitching.
So out of character, I would have the bubble wire. I have my tooth.
Yep.
I would like that to like be outside visible. At this time, like as I'm asleep, it kind of just popped out. Would Jezik know what the tooth is if he were to look over at me?
I can tell you right now. Well, I mean, if he
is Shlom his brother?
No, Shlom is not his brother.
Okay.
My brother's name is Gezik.
Gezik and Jizik, love it.
Fucking lazy.
My brother's name is Jonathan.
Nah, he is my twin brother.
Jonathan.
It is not I that was lazy. It was our parents.
I mean, not too lazy.
I did not burn my brother. I did not birth my brother.
He can't speak. He's deaf.
Yeah, no, he's not deaf. He is mute. He
Mute?
still has his ears.
Can't speak.
Yes, when you lose your tongue, you lose the ability to speak. Sorry, or is this idiom? Do I not understand something?
No,
No. But either way, what business do you have with Bubbler? Don't you
No.
have
no business at all, actually. Just heard about it upon coming into here, and it was just, as you are dwellers in this area, I thought, I could maybe, ask you any questions I had about the things in this area, that's all. I'm
We
not
do our best
trying
not-
to fucking attack this thing, not at all.
We do our best not to make it towards the southeastern part of the Uzalan deserts. Neither should you if you wish to stay alive.
It's good to know.
We have more pressing matters to think about, such as the Headman.
Agreed. Well, thank you. Is it? And then I'll plop down and I'll pull out my my Magics of the Whim book, and I'll just start reading until I fall asleep.
Outstanding. I'll give you some. Roll me a d12.
Oh, okay.
So many pages you get through.
D12. I can get through 20 fucking pages, bro. I mean, I'm tired, I guess.
Did you read one page?
No, 3. I got a 3.
3. Yeah, you begin reading, and a lot of the words that are in there, it's just like a lot of repeating of the same stuff over and over again. And then give me an Arcana check in the first 3 pages that you read.
Comes to find out that Mars is a
13.
13. As you're going through the first page, and it starts talking about the wonderful ways of the whim. It begins speaking of a different world inside of this one. It begins speaking about multiple places that have been affected by the whim, including the continent of Cirid, Cirid.
Cirid. Got it.
Yes. And it talks about the shroom people that live there in the Cap Kingdom. And it begins to further go in and start to speak about how their magics are based from the ground itself, how they are able to derive the other plants and everything within, and create their own arcane energy through what they note as the whim. And then it talks about a portal that is on the continent of Cirid that allegedly can send you to the whim, a world that is constantly changing and is 100% affected by the magics of the whim. Something that they believe to be carried within person to person. Everybody has a piece of the whim inside of them. It is up to them whether or not they use it. And as you start to get through that 3rd page, you start to feel a little tired. Restless, but tired. And you fall asleep.
Don't like the word restless.
The book is on my face. Yeah, me neither. The book just falls on my face, and I use it as like a sleeping mask, and I'm out.
As
I'm
you
here reckless now. I'm like, fuck, where is it?
As you go to fall asleep, in your dream state, you begin to, like, the words begin to keep appearing, but now starting to show up in purple lettering as it begins to, as the part about the portal begins to reopen up. You see the letters begin to swirl as you see a large portal in front of you. You're standing there, you look, and at the center is this massive purple tree. And down below it is just a swirling pool where you can see these small little creatures with little dragonfly wings just kind of fluttering and all moving about with each other. And you see a few of them start looking to you and just saying, "Join us, Nar. Join us. The wonderful world of the whim awaits you. Come to us. Come to us just as your mentor did." Just take a leap. A leap of faith. Thank you.
Can I leap?
You take that leap.
Take the leap.
You jump in. And as you go through what looks like just a magical swirl of pink and purple water with dust and dots all just kind of like mesmering up, you jump through, and it doesn't even feel like you splash through water. It just feels like you go through a cloud, and you are falling. And the ground all around you seems to be constantly changing colors. Elevation seems to be constantly moving and meshing. The leaves on the trees moving and changing colors. You look towards the sky, and it is not a normal blue. It is not a normal black for night, but it changes in between a purple, a pink, and then whenever nighttime hits, it becomes a silent black. But the ground itself begins to shine bright. It is the brightest, most beautiful thing you may have ever seen, and you've seen the shining lights inside of the Caracalan city, the looks of the coral reef just glowing at night, and that doesn't hold a candle to what you're looking at right now. As you begin to fall, you take a moment and then finally realize, oh shit, I don't have a way to stop myself from falling. As you begin to see those same pixies come and grab one arm, grab another arm, and then the other, and then two more come and grab down at the bottom as they slowly flutter you down onto the ground to where you see another giant purple tree. Except this time you see a mouth just open, and you hear a voice inside say,
"Come to me. Come to me. Become one with your inner whim."
I think I would normally be like either tentative or like fuck this, but then upon reading that my former master, or the person who trained me, came here, I feel like that would kind of release a lot of inhibitions that I would have, and I will walk towards it.
You walk towards and go in, and it is pure blackness the moment that you enter inside of the trunk of this tree, until you begin to see a bright green flame flash in front of you. It's up and maybe like 20 feet away adjacent, and then another one next to it, and then they start popping up from both sides until you see a circle or half circle of about 20 of these flames being held in the hand of hooded figures as they all turn the flames towards you and say,
"Be released."
And you see all of those flames dart and shoot to you as if they are just beams of fire, and they all hit you, and it begins to burn. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Fuck. Okay. 4.
4. You begin to feel it burn, and Nar begins to scream in anguish as you hear,
"You are not ready."
as you begin to burn and fall into ash. And then you wake up and the book flies off your face and lands onto the ground. You wake up, your skin still hot and burnt, but you feel yourself, and you are no ash, you are still full human, until you begin to look down at your arms, and you can see there are burn scars across your arms and up. You look inside of your shell, and there is a large burned X inside of your shell onto your bare skin.
Fuck. I imagine everybody else is asleep at this point, so I'll just...
I would say this is going on around the same time as Second Watch. You see, Polywan, you see Nar just kind of up, and you see his book smack onto the ground. Finn, you see this as well.
You okay?
All right,
Headman?
man.
What? Yeah.
Nightmare?
Oh, good. Yes, bed dream is it? You guys keep on keeping on, and then I would want to unpack everything that happened in my own mind before I gave it out to anybody else. So I'll just try and go for a fitful sleep.
Outstanding. All right. Leg, Jezik, none of them seem to just recognize it, for they have not actually seen the Baba work. You would end up coming across somebody who has met and went toe to toe with a Baba Ware, but that's few and far in between.
Yeah, I was just wondering if maybe like stories.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not many people have seen the dreaded Baba Ware. But to where we were. The sands are beginning to flow inward heavily. Polywan, you are the first to notice this, as you are the one that is most awake. Finn, you feel tired, but you can't quite get there. Polywan, what do you do?
So you said the door like went bang bang bang, and that it fell inward, right?
No, say this is it. This is the ladder. It went, and it's just kind of up in the air.
Cool. All right. So, and you said it's just a ton of sand coming. Like, would I be able to go underneath it and be like, could I be under it, or is it just so much that I couldn't even get into like the sand? You know what I mean? Like,
I think you could actually try. I think you could.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna go and try that while yelling out like, "Man, y'all, we got a problem!" And just like screaming, like running over to it.
Gila, you wake up and Jezik sees the same thing. This is a typical thing to end up happening. The actual lock on your cellar trap door has been bursted off as it's
Son of a bitch.
as it is flying open. As you can see, sand is pushing its way inside. Nar, roll me a d4.
Okay. 4
plus 1.
5.
Okay. All right. We'll just kind of go in order as to our pictures here. Since Polywan was the first one to notice and make the move, what would you like to do?
I want to try and go ahead and get, if possible, right underneath the square, that we came down. If I can get under there, and I want to use my my wind color ability and do gust of wind straight up to keep the sand from coming in and like kind of blow it back upwards.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So we don't get buried.
Absolutely. Okay, so tell me what it looks like whenever you go to use this gust of wind.
So basically, he just goes and does he gets running, and you see his wings kind of like flare out and do like this just one big kind of big push. But as soon as that happens, just the innate Kokra-ness just kind of takes over, and it just so it keeps going, at it. It keeps kind of flapping, and then just pushing it as up as possible. So I'm kind of back like this, trying to get it going.
Oh, yeah. So you just go. Okay, so give me your main status going. Give me a dexterity roll because that is your main stat for this. Give me that roll to see how hard you can push back this sand.
Don't fuck me. Well, that's a 10.
10. That's you are. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, so it's what does it say? 15 should push 50 feet away.
So you're doing it. You're not failing at this.
I was seeing if there's something in the text that would Say something. Never mind.
No, you're ultimately you're doing this job. Like the gust of wind itself is doing it. I just wanted to see if this was going to be a bout of it kind of plateauing and keeping it out, or if it was outright shooting it out. You were outdoing the storm itself. You see that it's making these movements. Finn, you're the next person that is awake. What would you like to do?
I assume I'm like sitting down like against the wall or something now because I'm exhausted. I'm gonna like slowly get up and try to get to the hatch, and I assume there's like a rope or something that I can pull to try to keep it down.
Mm-hmm. There is basically there's a rope, and then now there is a broken lock.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to grab the rope and just try to like use my weight and size to like keep it shut.
Okay.
So we can fix the solution.
Give me an athletics check to hold on to the ladder, as well as grab it. This is all for one movement. To get up on the ladder, hold yourself against this gust of wind that Polywan is throwing to push the sands, and to grab that handle and pull it back down.
But at disadvantage because I'm exhausted.
No, this won't count towards the exhaustion yet.
Oh, okay, 16 then.
Okay. 16, you feel that wind, and you can just bear through it as you make your way up, and you get a hold of it and begin just pulling it down, and you are holding it shut. You are holding it shut, and as Polywan stops with his gust, and like you can still feel it trying to pull it back open, you know that whenever you let go, it will pull back open.
Yep. Just gonna keep it held.
Does anyone have an idea of how to keep it closed? Between Leg, Gila, and Nar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ragey mode. Let's see here. You've got so the door is closed. We're just trying to keep it closed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go rage mode and go tail. The spines come out and everything, and you also see his tail kind of elongate and get spiky as well. And it's like that. What's that dinosaur with the spiky fucking ended tail? I can't remember.
Stegosaurus.
Stegosaurus. So there's like a Stegosaurus effect on like the end of his tail, and I'm gonna like try to prop the end of the tail into the ground as I like push up into this. Whatever check that would be, I guess.
So you're trying to put the tail in the door.
Yeah, like you know how people like put like if you have those doors, any door that has like a lock, and you just put a thing through it, and they can't open because you put the thing through the hole.
And so like you're just putting your tail through it.
No, his tail spike is what I heard.
The tail spike.
And if
you're muted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the tail spike.
And you're trying to like break it off and leave it in there?
Yeah, I'll take it.
And in conjunction with that, can I work in conjunction with him, not helping him, but just doing something differently as he's doing that?
What you got?
I wanted to take the time. I don't know if I had the time to prepare this, but it's a ritual that I have. I wanted to take the time to start just fucking casting Liamon's tiny hut to where the hut intersects with where that opening is, or it gets just right up to where that opening is, and so if anything comes through, we'll be in the hut. And
okay, let me see how long it takes to ritually cast.
11 minutes or 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes to ritually cast.
But
you can go ahead.
But what I was thinking, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No.
Like he's putting his tail spike in there. We don't know how fucking long that's gonna last, or if it's gonna last. So I'm starting that as he's doing that, so it can hold however long it will or won't hold. But depending on that, we can potentially have Liamon's tiny hut. Is what I'm kind of aiming for.
A second way, just in case. Yeah, absolutely. Gila, you jump in there, and as you get it through there, give me a Constitution check at advantage to rip this off, because this is not your first time doing this, most likely.
Yeah. And these are like things that I grow, so
Yeah.
it's not like I'm losing a part of me.
Yeah.
You can just make
Yeah,
more tail spikes.
Constitution check or save?
Check.
Check.
Again,
It's
this
the
it's,
same thing, so.
it's not a save really, just because like this is something that you're willfully doing.
At advantage, that's a 15.
15. Yeah, no, you pop it through the hole and then just turn real fast as it just rips out. A little bit of blood just kind of squirts over towards you,
Hell yeah.
Pollywan, and it gets stuck in there. You can see it's still kind of moving as Nar is getting into the middle of casting the tiny
I
hut.
got my tiny bead in my hand, and it gets slowly getting larger and larger, and I'm trying to pull it out to surround over the 10 minutes.
The 10 minutes pass, and that hut is wonderfully created. What does the outside of this hut look like?
Fucking sand, right? No, it's clear. One of the creatures, blah, 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 blah. It's just an orb. I would say it's I will say, Aaron, that
Hello.
it's like a clear, a transparent teal, but around the space that we're in, it gives off like pool vibes, like, you know, like when you like the pool,
Okay.
how it reflects, like when there's a pool that's reflecting this water, it's like on the walls it looks like water and stuff. That's what it looks like around us.
Dope.
I love that.
We're like
Absolutely.
in an aquarium.
Yeah, like an
Yeah,
aquarium
it's
reflecting off the walls. It's not bright light, but it's just super dim flavor.
Yeah, like
So
the
You got some mood
Love
music
it.
going on, man?
Mm-hmm.
Because that'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Yep.
So, you feel with the tiny hut right under the door, an easy way to hide yourself, and Gila's tail spike, like nicely shoved into the door hole frame area. You feel like you might be good for the night. It was just kind of a quick scare.
Yeah, we can fit 9 of us in here, so
I will let you know a 3 was a good roll compared to some of the other numbers around it.
I rolled 5.
I feel like when all that was happening, that was like when Leg went up into the sky with Azrael. So like it just felt so real.
Yeah, I just went down into the earth with fucking a tree.
with mushroom people.
But yeah, during that dream, that's when like all this happened. I just thought that in my dream I was just getting blown on with the wind.
This all might as well have been a
Just
part of your
like-
dream.
Yeah.
4D dream.
So,
Like, man, I wish I could sleep like him.
This is like when Curtis's
You can.
gummies hit. This is what happens.
we go through the night, and then there seems to not be a hitch. Finn, do you ever end up falling asleep?
I don't think so. I don't think I do.
All right. Morning passes. Everyone take the benefits of a long rest. Where
Not.
What,
you can hear slight. Go ahead.
So it's saying, would I still get the long rest after my watch, or would I have been before? Just so I know to mark.
You
off
still like at the end of the 8 hours, you get the long rest. Like,
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're like college students. We woke up at 10 today.
Well, fucking fun rules
Only
lawyer
stuck for
fact.
3 hours. We're good.
Fun rules lawyer fact. Fucking long rest specifically says you only have to sleep for like 6 hours, and 2 of those hours can be kind of
Light
up in the air
light
as
work.
to what you're
Just
doing.
doing light work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you wake up. You guys can see a bit of the sun rays coming through the hatch. You can hear a slight breeze coming from the top of it. But overall, Gila, you have the safe go ahead to think that you can get out. The question is, where are we going?
Yeah. That's well, we had a contract, right?
You do. You have a contract for a grouping of kobolds that decided that they could come in and take some things from your home.
Yeah, and only one of them got away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It means we need one more. let's see here. Well, we can go many ways from here. I need to know what you all plan to do, unless you want to try to traverse the desert on your own. I would not advise it. But I would be more than willing to for your help with this contract that I am on.
Have you spoke to us about this contract before, or is it the first?
Well, no. So the people that we were tracking were under a contract that that was given to myself and Jitaku and Schlong.
The Headman stuff.
No, the Headman's people decided to come in and take some things that were not theirs, and we don't take kindly to that in the desert. So we were contracted to take back the things that were gotten. Only when we found that they found you did we find that they did not anymore have the things that they had taken. They had already taken them back to where they came from. So heads it was.
Do we know? Gila? Do we know if maybe your objectives align? Like, I'm gonna look to Finn. We need to get Uncle Cal. We need to get him fist. You know who took him? Is that something that your contract requires, or?
Well, I still need more emblems.
Yes.
To complete. Okay, just like chill. We still need more emblems to bring back to as proof that we have taken enough heads to make up for the losses that we have incurred. Only really one way to get those assuredly, and that would be at the Headman's headquarters. But like my friend has said, it is absolutely crawling with the little buggers, and taking it head on might not be the best idea in the world. However, they do make treks to go and collect their taxes, at which the full breadth of the forces that they have are not there to protect everything that they have during those times.
Which are you suggesting we hit, the people going out or the fort or base?
But do we know at this point where Uncle Cal's going? Is it towards where the Headman is?
Well, speculation.
Yeah, it's speculation. That's where we're speculating he's going.
Okay, Aaron, get with me on this because I'm.
Hello.
How long did you say again? Until they go out and do their thing with the taxes?
It should be
2 days.
1 to 2 days.
1 to 2.
Gila.
And your what did you say, uncle? I can't remember if you actually said it.
Uncle Cal.
Do you think your uncle has 2 days in him without help?
I gave him some plot armor before we left, but I don't know. I don't know if it'll hold.
The best case scenario for this is they are known to rehabilitate the weak, to put them into servitude. The best case scenario is they would heal him and then we would steal him back. That's the easiest case scenario at the very least. Is your uncle a fighter?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Is your uncle a
Yes.
a confident speaker?
Fuck
Yeah.
Is your uncle someone who could lead a rebellion of sorts?
yeah. Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any way to contact him at this moment?
Yes.
We got these. We got
We're
these
like the
sending stones,
stone,
right? We got these sending
But yeah.
stones.
How? Fuck.
Because I know our sending stones would allow us
How
to
would that
connect to. Our sending stones connected us to the people on like the board, basically, right, Aaron?
It connects you to other sending stones.
And I
which
thought
they-
everybody
like,
on the board had.
there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have their
Yeah,
numbers.
we all shared contacts.
Yeah, you have their numbers.
He's in my top 7.
I hate to break it to you. There is no way in hell that he has any of the things that he came with on him.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
But like, what if he keistered it?
What are you talking about? Like,
is
put
your
your possess?
Is your comatose uncle one to keister things?
I don't know. Paulie might have done it for him.
I don't know him well enough, but
What do you and your whale do, Paulie?
I read.
Who hurt you, Polly? I need to know.
Is that how you keep your whale more aerodynamic in the water?
You keep it.
I mean, see, my kind of keister is I just tuck it right up here, and I like open up my wing, and like stuff falls out.
And
of my
there's
wing,
like a butthole in his wing.
Someone needs to tell. Someone
There's
needs
a little
to. Someone needs to describe to this man what a keister is. Very good.
Whenever you keister is whenever you shove things inside of your asshole.
Asshole, yes.
Young Polyone, it is not your wing.
Or cloaca.
Oh.
Now, stashing is a good name for what you're saying. Stashing it away. This is a good phrase for what you're
Yes.
speaking of.
If I ever get taken inside of somewhere, I keister. I have a small bomb in my butthole whenever we go out.
Yes.
See, I knew my brother was just fucking with me.
I
knew-
specifically told you to stop keystering bombs. What if it goes off in the middle of battle and you're next to me?
That is my cross to bear.
This is my
That's my keister.
everything to bear. I will be bearing your entrails, my friend.
Well, you'll find me a little bit over here and over there. At least I will know I will die. It won't pop. I know it won't pop. You know how I know this? Because I've been carrying it up there for 2 days and nothing has happened. I pop it out, nothing bad happens.
Well, then that's just gotta mean you like haven't like pooped in 2 days.
No, I take
It
it
is
out
the
and then I
It is the
Getting
desert.
us back on track.
He's been eating a lot of dried food until what you gave him last night, which I
Yes.
assume you did. But
Yes.
The fiber.
we keep what we call a very high fiber diet.
I have a crazy idea.
do you? Because I want to know now.
If I use my sending stone, it calls his sending stone, right?
Yes.
We assume they have it.
If it was on his person, then we would guess so.
We're fabricating a taken phone call style
Yeah,
situation.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
luck.
not just gonna be like, I would like to meet to potentially buy my uncle back and draw them to us.
It is, that seems like kind of a plan, but they will come and there could be a potential fight on our hands. Do you wish to actually buy back your uncle?
Depending on how much he costs.
What is a price worth paying for family?
Everything that I have on me.
Here is a solid question. Is your uncle of any renown?
No.
Okay, then we should be able to buy him back pretty swimmingly. That shouldn't be a huge problem unless he's some type of royalty or advisor or vizier or anything of that nature. Possibly a rapscallion known for robbing banks across the eastern coasts of Uzolan. Anything of that nature, possibly.
No.
So,
Okay, then it should be fine. It should be fine. We should be
I see
fine.
no issue here. I see no issue here.
Can I do a fucking insight check?
Roll a deception versus insight. Yes.
Oh
please.
yeah, I was
Let's
gonna
go,
say.
baby, let's see.
I demand.
I just wanted to see where how that played out there.
Yeah.
That's a 14.
Oh!
18.
All right.
So whenever you're asking him, like whenever you ask him and kind of like scope him up and down, he seems like he's on the up and up about everything. It, with being only 4 apart, it seems like he's not telling you everything, but it doesn't sound like he's actively trying to keep you from the truth.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, yeah, we shouldn't have any problem. You should be able to buy him back for. It's a nominal. Well, not nominal. It'll still be buying people. It's kind of a thing. It won't be too much money. How much do you have? Well, that's probably a rude question to ask.
Better yet, if your uncle is so comatose and useless, maybe the headman will find no use in him to begin with, and maybe sell him to you for cheap.
Unless he has met with some kind of other. I realize now upon saying that might have been a bit crass to say.
Well,
Okay.
I like the idea of buying him back, but is there like a way that we can just anonymously ask for, hey Headman, do you have anybody you want to sell to us? Because if we call him, he'll know he's important and jack that price up. But if we go in to say, do you have anything? Maybe we can get it for cheaper.
So, but what if he ends up bringing someone of non-value to you, say, not your uncle?
Well, we say we want someone really big.
Or you like some muscle or something?
Yeah.
Then why would they bring a comatose man?
I guess
I don't know.
maybe we would request a shark person
Hiking.
hiking.
Those have to be rare here.
Yes, you are quite a rarity here. Like I asked you before, you're a bit out of your depth. That might raise up the price just because of a hot commodity. Maybe we could say we're buying him for food, because no offense, your kind is quite rare around here. And
Delicacy.
I won't say I have eaten any of you, but I have heard you are delicious.
He won't say it, at least.
I did not
it was
say
just a plan. Might be easier than fighting a
it.
castle.
We know that they're going to be difficult to barter with. They're going to jack up price for him. Is there anything on him that might fetch a high price? Anything that would be on his person, in him, anything like that?
The disease that's taken him is nothing like we've ever seen.
Maybe if he has a sending stone, maybe that sending stone would be a high price.
If they have the sending stone, they're going to add it to a collection of different magical items that they take.
He's gonna
Would
present.
we know if he had anything like super valuable on him?
Besides,
there is
Or like
Fucking knife
anything
and-
identifying?
There is
like-
one thing. There is one thing in particular. To identify him, there are 2 things in particular. One that would be of value, besides his sending stone, would be the dagger that is inside of his chest. It is ornate in a way that cannot be described in any other way.
if it's taken
And
out, he's gonna die a lot quicker.
And
Oh fuck! I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Like
they might have done
it's
that.
keeping him
already.
alive,
That's
yeah.
all we know.
And the other thing that would be a good identifier to say who you choose is Cal has a giant octopus tattoo on his back where the tentacles go down his legs.
Fuck.
This
I
man
wish
got
I
a
figured-
sleeve? Got a whole
You know-
back piece?
So do we know or do our 2 kobold friends here know how defended and big the Headman's location is?
Alright, it is Oh, Gila used to speak.
Or
It's.
I
I
didn't
mean,
know.
it's pretty heavily fucking guarded. It's a stronghold. The headman is of the mentality of fuck around and find out. It's if we do fuck around, we will most assuredly find out. Aaron, do I have any specifics on that?
Yeah.
In specifics, like what during a regular season before it is time to go out and take their taxes, it is heavily fortified by there is a the number of kobolds is almost outmatched. It is basically outmatched by like half. Like there's double the amount of kobolds there that actively work for the headman that want to be there as there are people working in servitude. But they know nothing else other than to serve. And
But
so
are we
they
speaking in like the hundreds of?
Yeah, like numbers wise.
Give us numbers,
40
Aaron.
to 20?
40 to 20. I could give it a good 40 to 20.
1,000?
Collectively, there would let's put it in a literal point. There are probably about 40 slaves. Like I don't want to say 40 people in servitude that stay there, as well as there is probably about 20 to 30 actual kobolds and other races that are there on their own regard.
So if there's like 100%, 60 to 50% are slaves, and then 30 to 40% are
yes,
They're-
yeah.
yes. And whenever tax season comes around, the tax time of the month, it is woefully less, as they send out probably about 15. About 15 per in their group of kobold in the grouping of people who are there on their own volition
And
to go out
does
and check the neighboring towns.
Gila know when, does Gila know when this tax season starts?
2 days from
2
now.
days.
2 days from now.
Well, 1 day now.
I feel like that's too
One day
long to
now.
wait still.
1 day now. 1 day.
We could do a bit of recon. We could do a bit of recon.
Yeah.
We could do recon, or maybe we could go with trying to talk and maybe make him, since he is not, a person of massive importance and he is cheap, maybe we could go on the route of just saying, hey, maybe he's bigger deal than he is, and we pay high price to get him back and set up base of operation, do his thing, and take him down.
Yeah,
now,
but Miguel's not here.
In doing so,
Hey, I got charisma.
Yeah, Miguel would just fucking run through this like nothing. He would have this.
Miguel charisma.
He would be in this. He would be
I
in control of this city
charisma.
by the end of the session.
Yeah, I think we technically have the same charisma.
But do you though?
But his swag is different.
I got a plan.
Your characters do, but do you guys?
now I would say easiest plan is to try to talk and barter in some way. Second easiest plan, wait a day. 24 hours in the sun and in the night. Wait for tax time to come around and we know that they are waning down in people.
Now,
An excellent place, we could go stay the
hypothetical
night.
question for Jezek, Gila, and Lon.
Jezik is slowly turning into Borat, just so everybody knows.
He's
I have a place that you can spend the night.
he's turning
They
into
do have-
NoHo Hank.
Jesus has blessed you.
Say they do have a person of interest. What happens to them?
Oh, I will ransom. That's that's the word for it, I think. Yes.
It would probably buy them more time of life, I can tell you that.
That as well would be a big
That's
deal.
that was my question.
But he is nobody. Do you think you're saying we lie to them?
Yes.
That's
Well,
Well-
I wasn't entirely truthful.
excuse me.
Color me fucking shocked.
Showing a little trust.
Is it blue or yellow? Shocked.
Blue. Thank you.
He
I'm
is
more of a yellow.
one of the presidents of Uneasy.
What?
You're saying
Your okay. Wait, hold on. So your uncle is one of the presidents.
you're like one of the 5? You're right. I am turning into Borat.
Yes. Well, one of the two now.
One of them. One of them.
This is going to sound very Schwarzenegger, but who is your daddy and what does he do?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Yes. How would he have been appointed? Would he must have had power before? How did he? What kind of man is this?
He's one of great renown.
That changes things.
I want to look to Finn.
I'm being as cagey as possible
Yeah.
with my identity.
I want to. Well, I mean, I want to look to Finn and like kind of whisper like, "Do we want to? I don't just want to go in like full bore, but maybe we do some recon, see what things are like, make sure he's even there, and then wait a day depending on what the situation of him is. If he's there right now, and then we see them looking at the weapon in his chest and getting ready to pull it out, and then we storm it. We just storm it. We fucking go in and we take it.
They won't risk that.
Okay, but I think the question here is, do we wait a day? Which I'm itching to not
need
do.
to scout out.
I think we do need to scout.
Is one of my guys a druid?
Shalom is.
Yeah. Okay.
Shalom knows the way of the pact of the sand.
If there is anybody who can overview a place, not many people look twice at the hawk.
Also,
Yeah.
Paulie, you can do that as well.
Probably was stretching and was like, yeah, man, I'm not a hawk, but I mean, that's cool that you thought I was, but yeah, I can do that and stretch my wings out and then like bring him back in.
Oh, you would be a very you are quite colorful friend. A little more colorful than the life around here, and much bigger than a hawk in that way. I'm just trying to think of reconnaissance-wise, the easiest way to. I am, and he looks down at his like fucking bulging vein-covered frame. Not exactly the slippiest as it goes. I'm not the worst, but I am not the best at getting in and out of places.
I'm pretty bad, and I smack my fucking plate armor.
If you wish for recon, I am your man.
Who's this? Is this Jezik or Shlom?
I am Shlom, the hawk.
Why are you called the Hawk?
And he just stares at you.
It's the fucking eyes.
He's got
It's
that
the eyes.
intense stare. Get it. Yeah. Shlom, we could do Shlom, but Paulie one could fly. I could send Gil up. Gil can go with Paulie, but I just have to be a certain amount of feet.
They will not know me to be any more than animal.
Guys, he sounds like he could just do this on his own. I like his.
It's not. He's maybe to look and see if maybe your uncle is there, but that's about it.
He sounds very effective right now to me. He sounds like he knows what the job is and he's gonna get it done.
His bark is so much more terrible than his bite.
His bark is real good. He's won me over.
Look, you wish to know about your uncle.
Yeah.
The hawk will see and report.
I think we use him in conjunction with Poly1.
Yeah, Polly was just say, like, I can come with you and
They will shoot you from sky.
I mean, they can try.
No, well, Polymorph can go in. He can go in discreetly, and he can get out of there discreetly, or discreetly, or just discreetly.
It's pretty discreetly.
Well, he can get in, and maybe we do. Just Paulie, do you have any spells that can change how you look?
No, man. Like the only I like don't do spells except for whatever the hell happened yesterday. I still don't know what that's about.
You see the hawk reach into his bag. It says, "Only
shit.
have one. Choose. Choose who?
Choose who? What?
It's given
Pretty bird."
Ah!
He's already a pretty bird. Look at his fucking plume.
And he reaches in, pulls out like this ornate looking glass with a he pops it open, and he's drink. Drink.
Fuck. Man, you don't gotta tell me twice. He takes out and he throws it straight back.
Say, hawk.
Hawk?
Hawk! As both of you at the same time, you see his skin begin to melt away, and you feel your wings begin to inward.
This is always the fun part.
As you see his skin just melting away as if it's like peeling and shedding anew, and pops out he turns into this just regular sized hawk, and you begin to feel it's not painful, but it is so uncomfortable. The entire way until you turn into a regular hawk, and the both of you just kind of sit down. Shlon comes over and just lands on your shoulder, Gila, and just.
Hey there, buddy. You always want stuff when you're in this form, I swear.
You see him scratch out. He scratches on your cheek a little bit.
Okay. And I go and find a bug.
Ollie just full blown sits down like a
human.
Bird form just sits. It's just
and
Yes, if you wish to do a recon, going as giant, colorful, pretty bird will get you shot down, but going as this is perfect. Look at you. You look like real bird.
How far is the Headman from where we are right now?
It is about probably about a 3-hour travel in regular flight. Regular walk about.
Do you all have the time?
6 to.
Do you guys have the time to fly there and fly back, get out of there, or?
I mean, we need to head that way anyway, right?
Might as well just. Everybody goes. And then
but you have transformed here when we're 6 hours away, 3 hours by.
He's got a long time.
Oh, we have.
I will be fine.
Will Paulie one be fine? Will you guys make it there in time to get there, recon, and get back to us?
Hawk, will he have time? He says yes.
Yeah, right. And all you hear right now, Paul was just basically what the fuck is this shit? Going off, but all you hear is the screeches.
If not, we each carry one.
Colin, I can't believe I'm going to say this.
What's that?
Please add a potion of polymorph into your bag, please.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
Oh yes.
Oh man, I'm gonna abuse the fuck out of this.
As you should.
Yeah.
You can turn to our Stegosaurus.
If only we were level 9. If only we were level 9.
Right?
I'd get that T-Rex going for sure.
So, plan B, we all go to the... I do not think we have what it takes to take them on. Just a head-on battle. It's going to be wave after wave of bang.
We go there to scout.
Yeah, you
And
guys.
then we wait for them to leave, and then we're there.
Like he said, we'll get close. We'll walk as you fly. You guys will see there what is there before we will. We'll be walking the whole way. You'll come back, tell us what you see, and then we'll make a plan at that point. I think.
So everybody begins to head out. As soon as you open up that thing, the light, you can already see the light beaming in through part of the crushed-in house that you were staying inside of. The hawk looks towards Polywan and says, he just screeches at you, and you can understand him saying, "Come with me, make haste."
Probably want to like get back. I'm like, his one wing is like, yeah, I'm coming. Then
He just dabs with his wing.
no, I'm not going that route.
Do it.
No, sir. I am not Patrick Mahomes' brother.
Do it.
Everyone begins to set off and start heading towards the Headman's headquarters. Polywan and the Hawk make it there first, as what you see in front of you is there is a long bridge with what appear with a long bridge with underneath it appears to be dug out and made it all the way down to ground to where you see spikes forming all throughout the ground. You can see there's about 2 separate layers of area for people to stand on, where you can see you see 2 kobolds down on the
What is happening?
I feel like we started playing a
Where
different
you-
game.
where you can see 2 sets of kobolds on both sides, just kind of watching and looking out. One of them holding a bow and arrow, and the other one, and this is on both sides of the area, holding on to trebuchets, massive sized shooting devices for anybody. And then walking the center, walking outside around close to the bridge, you can see 4 different sets of those scorpions with the massively round tails, all being ridden on. There are 2 sets of what appear to be Inuru people standing up at the gate, each holding glaives. They look sickly, but at the same time, they look like as if they're keeping their eyes open. The hawk kind of looks back at you and just kind of makes a head notion as he starts heading towards a window. The both of you fly on down and in. You both perch up onto not branch, perch. Thank you. A top perch up and kind of look down into the main area, where you can see the hustle and bustle of people going in and out, kobolds and others. You see a small group of piglin people. It's not a group, but just 2 little piglin people. They look a bit younger in age, getting pushed and shoved around as you hear, "Get back to work!" And just kind of, you see one of them just and flying through, and before you start flying through, you can see Hawk looks at you and says, "This is what we're getting into." And looking through, from the back area where you see a door, there are two statues up of what appear to be a fully armored person, and coming down, armor all throughout, and both sides holding glaives in opposite directions. And at the bottom of it, it slings down and out to where you see 8 legs of this statue, and it comes back to a large scorpion tail, and out the mouth of it pours lava on both sides of this massive door that appears to be made of different bones of different things that have died here.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Hawk and be like, "You undersold the fuck out of this place."
This is my 2nd time coming in here. Hopefully my last. And he's like, come. And you guys jump up and fly off. You see one of the kobolds kind of look at him and go,
We got birds back in here. Someone get the slingshots.
"We must hurry." And you both fly down through a window that takes you a bit downward into a grouping of cells. He's taking you jailer area, where you find a fox folk in there. Looks malnourished. Looks like it's been there for days. You find a piglin woman that looks older than the other two that were out there working. Doesn't look like that she has long to make it. As well as you can see just a grouping of different assorted races all throughout, and you can see a small backing area where there are a couple kobolds that look like they are just covered in lashes, and one of them is missing a leg that doesn't appear to be tended to and taken care of, but there doesn't seem to be a sign of the president.
And there's like no. Are there any like empty cells or anything like that in here that might have had signs of someone being in it recently-ish? Just from my cursory glance.
You see two empty cells. Give me an investigation check. On one of them. One of them does appear. One of them just seems. It like looking back towards the back of it. It looks like there are a set of chains that were kind of holding and hanging back somebody, but it doesn't. By the size of the chains, it doesn't look like it would have been big enough to hold on to the wrists and ankles of President Cal. And whenever you kind of look over into the second empty jail area, it just looks like there is a large imprint inside of the hay that lays in there, and it doesn't look like it was moved at all. Whether it was President Cal, you can't tell. You just know that it was something big that was inside of there. And Hawk, as you're looking, says, "Take too long. Come." And he, you turn around, begin to fly down with him until you get down towards it's just a big bone door, where at the front of it, it looks like the actual door itself looks like a head of what? Give me a nature check.
A 5. It was on an 8, and then rolled right over to a 5.
You have never seen or heard what this skeleton head would belong to, but there's just two small little holes up over towards where the eyes are, and you're both able to kind of fly up into the same hole. Where give me a perception check, please.
All right, let's see if this works better. Where am I at? Nope, that's not what that was. Performance. That's my bad. Perception. A 10. Jesus Christ.
Let me go ahead and roll for
Let me refresh
Hawk.
this goddamn thing. Change my dice. Dice jail.
I rolled for Hawk. So you're looking, and down here, so you're looking for Calazar inside of here, but your eyes get completely affixed to something else as you're kind of looking through around each of the walls. There's set 3 on both walls of what appear to be guard set in golden armor that have long scorpion heads coming off of the top of their armor, and they each hold large glaives that appear to be glowing at the actual blade itself. And at the center is a hooded figure in a purple robe with its hand. And this is what Hawk tries to steer and get your attention back as he shows you what he's looking. By the way, Hawk rolled a natural 20 on his perception check.
Sick.
I'm not used to the talk form. That's exactly why.
Yeah. So he looks like he kind of averts your eyes to what you're looking for, as you see this purple hooded figure with a beak sticking out, with just a purple magic going over, and it is going over the chest of Cal, over the dagger, and it looks as though it's not going down with the magic, but it is sucking in the magic.
Come on, get down with the magic.
And behind her, or behind it, sorry, this hooded figure, you can see a large skeletal throne, just made of piles and piles of bones, as emerging from off to the side. you see the woman from the statue, the headman, of all of her, like the back half of her coming up in not skeletal, but in scorpion form, gilded with golden armor coming up all of the legs, completely black skin in what you can see from underneath the armor and what is barren. And behind, from the back of her, you can see two large scimitars being held. And over onto her throne, you see a massive helmet that is adorned with 3 horns coming back. Inside of this area, you can see more areas, more statues that have lava just spitting out. And directly in front of where they all are and the table that Cal is on, there is a long trail or river of lava in this area. Looking around, you can tell that you are underground in this moment. And you hear this one begin to say,
Ah, this magic is of the divine.
Can you suck it out, Mazum?
I can try, but having this knife in here means that we're going to have to take it out to go to full effect.
I don't think we can do that, Mazum. We need this one alive, or he will fetch a high price. Is this dagger the only thing keeping him alive?
Ah, yes. It holds him true. It will keep him alive for a bit more time, but I do not have the magic or the will to pull it out. Maybe talk to those druids in the north. Squeeze it out of them!
We could try. Yes. Well, put him away in my personal chambers until we do so.
Yes, okay. Yes, my master, the headman.
And you hear all of the other ones gilded in the golden armor outside all go, "The headman!" all at the same time, as Cal begins to get floated and whisked away into a backdoor area as the door shuts. And Hawk goes, "Have what want? Can go."
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
As you two, as you guys begin to start flying your way back up and around, there is a small grouping of younger kobolds with slingshots that are all going to try to shoot at you. It's a miss. What's the AC of a hawk?
Probably not high.
Not fucking high, I'll tell you that. But are they
Yeah,
outside of range? Because they would be at disadvantage.
That is also fair. Okay, so neither of them hit already. There's 2 more slingshots. Let's go ahead.
And a hawk is 13.
Yes.
Armor class.
Miss. 1 more.
Oh,
What is that?
11, 18.
Is that all? Okay. All right. So they all
No.
you see just a ding, 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 as they're all just like wisping and weaving, and the both of you are just kind of moving within each other as you make it out of the window. You guys have been walking through the sands towards, Gila has been leading you towards the direction of the Headman headquarters. It's all sand everywhere, light breeze. You haven't seen the side of life. There's a few cactuses. It's very dry out here until you begin to see 2 hawks making their way down and through as Shalon Gila comes and lands down onto your shoulder and just kind of begins to chirp in your ear as Jezik walks over to Polywan's hawk and smacks it into the back of the head and goes, "I love this part. How you do? You ready? You ready to come back? I'm going to take that as a yes." And he just breaks both of your wings, and you feel it as you begin to feel your form unbreak those wings and then turn back into your regular form as you back up and out back into Polywan.
I look at I look at Shalon and I'm like, look at Shallan and I'm like, can we do the thing? Can we do the thing? And he gives a weird, like head nod as a hawk. And I'm like, yes. And I throw my fucking hatchet kind of like up in the air, and he just goes up and does like a nosedive into the head of this fucking axe.
He's just straight up as it like splits him in two, and the form of him smacks back together as he comes back down and superhero lands in front of you guys.
Isn't it fucking awesome? It's fucking awesome. I tell him every time it's fucking awesome. He never wants to do it.
There could be better ways to change.
I'm just saying.
What would my compass have stated during this expedition?
In the area that you're in, if you turn and face north, it is about northeast of you.
Okay. Is it northeast to get to the Headman?
From where you guys are, it's south to get to the Headman.
South? Oh,
The opposite direction.
We're in these ruins, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Damn, so we like barely passed them on our way up here. Okay. So northeast. Okay.
Pretty bird, what did you find?
So I just ate something.
Yes, food is good for you, keeps you nourished.
Sorry, man. Just that made me really, really hungry. Just find like a little bird. So we're not gonna go in there, guys. There's like fucking lava, and there's like catapult things, and there's like another scorpion, and like multiple scorpions. But hey, what's cool though is that, you know, your uncle still has a knife in his chest, so that's good.
That is not something I've ever heard before.
I
Knife
know,
in chest, not typically good.
It's been a weird 2 weeks, my dude.
Has
But what
understatement.
really sucks is that he is now like in the Headman's personal chambers, and she looks crazy. She looks. Did you ever hear that story or read that book, The Scorpion King? Because she looks like the main character of that.
She looks like The Rock?
Very much like The Rock. I love The Rock. Have you ever read any of his other novels?
Yes, Dwayne The Rock. I'm a big fan.
That one, man, Ballers was fantastic.
Yes. I do not read much, but I know that my brother's favorite story was it was called Walking Tall with the Throg. It was part of an anthology.
It was a great play.
Yes. Oh, you have plays. Where are you from? Very nice. Very nice. Anyway. So.
Yeah, so he's there, and they were saying that they want to go up to like the druids and try and figure out a way that they can get the knife out and get the magic, and it was all a lot of words that I didn't really get, because, you know, magic's weird.
Magic?
But he's there, and we could probably buy him. And it's gonna cost a lot, though.
How much?
But it's not, I mean, I didn't
They
ask.
know who he is.
I don't think they know who he is, though. They never once said that.
What makes you think he would cost that much if they don't know who he is?
Well, because they were saying stuff like he could fetch a pretty price. So, like, you know, words is why I think it.
Maybe
Yeah.
a fetch price because they know he's the president.
How much, if we pull all resources together, how much money would we have? I've got like 400 gold.
Man, Thunderstrap has all the gold in the world.
Thunderstrap, how much will you be willing to contribute? All of it. I would like to give everything to everybody.
Thunderstripe responds by not being there. He kind of overslept back in the hole. Hawk or Schlon pipes up. Also said God magic in Uncle. What is disease?
Yes, divine.
I feel like you have undersold the situation quite a bit.
Can you really blame me?
I can blame you. I can't say that I would not have done the same, but I'm blaming you. You are the one who undersold it.
Yeah, so...
I'll walk up to Finn and be like, I trust them. I trust him.
Okay.
I'll point at Gila. I trust him. I don't know about these other ones, but I trust him.
You do not trust Gizik?
Gizik, you're not very trustworthy.
Gizik is.
Hey, it's
He's royalty.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
the president.
No.
So,
He's
we kind of
royalty.
saved Anisi.
Ah,
No, we legitimately saved the whole place.
and this is an additive to the president of Caracalla. Does that make him worth?
He's
No,
not the
sorry, no, I did not mean Caracalla. I meant president of Inizi. Sorry.
Finn, you... Oh, look at Finn. You want me to just give him the whole spiel?
I think Leg was gonna say something.
Oh.
He's royal. And Leg's deep voice. I don't know why my fucking shit's not picking it up. And the amazing monotone of Leg. I'm trying to say he is royalty.
It's not it, though, isn't it, Finn? Here's a... I'm trying to get... I'm trying...
King.
I don't care about pedigree right now. I'm trying to discern from Finn if it's cool to just lay it all out as far as the goop goes. And the god releasing...
Yeah, I'll give...
I'm asking permission, but I'm also like judging him on whether he gives me permission.
Yeah, no, I give a reluctant nod.
Yeah,
I don't want to,
So,
but it
to-
makes the most sense.
to Gila and Jessa and all the unknowns. I'll just tell them everything happened to us in the mines, how Uncle Cal got that stab in his chest, about the goop that me and Orto and Akula have studied and what we've seen it do. And I think that's all. I mean,
I shall
all.
give cliff notes here.
Yeah.
So, a god unheard of to you, Agila, a god known as Azrael, came upon to them in Anisi, and basically tricked them a bit. And they also they would also talk about a second god named Azrael, a god of the moon, who was trying to basically just begin kind of a murder spree a bit. He's a little bit evil for the sake of being evil. Azrael tricked them into freeing him, essentially. Oh, wait, here, hold on. I can hold.
Look at me.
I'm
Look
a
at me.
holder.
Look at me, Aaron's friend. Look at me. Look at me. There you go. Look at me.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. My wife.
Hello.
So,
Alright.
So, Azrael tricked them into setting him free, but all at the same time, Axie, the god of the moon, was using frames of him frames of him and the person that they fought named Miriam into creating something called the Ichor, which is what was being used to help gods back in the day, or help people back in the day become gods. It is known as the Ichor, and Cal. It was inside of Cal's heart. It was part of it was inside of the dagger that stabbed into him. And one of the other presidents has kind of gone insane and was feeding him the Ichor in his spare time,
And was also eating it himself.
Yeah, he was also eating it. So the disease that is being explained to you that spread through him is basically a ticking time bomb of divine energy that is he has been consuming, and the only thing kind of keeping it dormant is the dagger within his chest.
And also, if I'm not mistaken, the only thing kind of keeping him alive is like more of this goop.
Is the goop and the dagger in his chest.
The goop slows it.
The goop is slowing it, yes.
And I do have on my person a sample of the goop.
This is insane.
Keep that away from me, please. Okay.
Now you understand why?
I misspoke. I said that you undersold it. Really, you just didn't tell me anything. There was the thing. Oh. And now, this person, bespectacled with this goop, with this ichor, is in the hands of the headman.
Just correct.
To be extracted.
To be cured, I think. I hope.
They said that they did not know way to get it out. That they would go to our people and take that information.
Oh, this just got Okay. See, you were asking before if our things aligned. Yes, now they align. They align pretty hard.
To be honest, we came here hoping, praying that ye could potentially help us cure him of this. Or at least give us a path to know how to cure him of it.
It is very possible. There are many a good, well-to-do healer in our sect, but we... Aaron...
Hello.
It's not easy to find us, though, is it?
Not incredibly.
Not a group of us, by any means, at least.
No. It is kind of known that you sit out, like, there's a peaceful area outside of Udzalan that you sit in. Probably the greenest area inside of all of Udzalan.
Yeah.
But
so
getting in there is no easy feat.
I'm gonna give a spiel on the Beklik. So the Beklik are the reason that they give people passage and actually take payment and everything is so that they can the specific cacti that they use for spiritual journeys and things like that, the hallucinogenic cacti, is not something that can be cultivated on its own. You can't they haven't found a way to
can't just
and probably don't want to
throw
find a
the
way
seeds
to,
out and be like,
so
I did it.
It grows out in the wastes, and what we do is we buy, we purchase and make fertilizers and things to keep the plants going and do all of that for the spiritual journeys that they go on. However, that also comes with a lot of knowledge of how to use those plants for intense amounts of healing and, of course, the light of Yi and all that as well works into that. If they're trying to find a group of us, considering we most of us are out wandering the wastes at any point in time in small groups like I'm rolling with right now. If they're trying to find them, that's bad. Because if there is a group of us, then there's not a whole lot of us. There's not a good many of us just kind of running around. So that's an issue. Now, whether they're trying to find a group of us already there or try to gather up several of us across the lands is another thing altogether. Do I think that might be something that they would do, is like go around and just pick off and collect several of us from the desert? Or they would just take the easy route and try to go for the largest
They would
collection of us?
They would go for the mother in the collection of you because they know that there is one person that they would want to grab.
Great. Yeah. So, if they are trying to get to the most powerful of us, well, I know where to go. That's a plus.
It's good, but do you know,
That's if they decide to go to you.
yeah,
They can't figure it out on their own.
we think that they don't even know what they got, right?
That'd be a Hawk question, I guess.
They know he has the power of gods in him.
Yeah.
They know
They're not going to let him.
They're not going to let them go for a fortune or...
he will fetch him at the high price.
But also, from what I've heard from all of you, is they're going to be leaving in like a day, right? In a day, they have to collect these taxes. Is that
Yes.
correct?
That is correct.
We wait a day and then we strike. Finn, how do you feel about that? I don't. If we want to go fucking now, let's go. But if we want to wait a day, make it a little bit easier. Also, I don't give a fuck, Finn. We can do this now. I don't care. We do what we have to do to get Uncle Cal out of there.
Yeah. Everything in my body is telling me to go now. But I think the smart thing is.
Yeah, man,
No,
I'm gonna
not change
let
the
you know
music.
we should not go now. It would not be a good time.
I'm holding Finn's gaze and I'm wanting to see what he chooses. It's like I'm almost sizing him up. I'm almost like kind of after what happened underground and the whole killing of people. I'm like, who are you? Who are you, mate? Let's see what you want to do. Who do you want to be?
I'm waiting the day. Because otherwise we'll just die.
I don't give him any idea of how I feel about it. I just say, as you wish.
Your choice seems to lay great way on party. Your uncle is of royalty. That means you are of royalty?
Yeah.
So you are son of president?
Not exactly.
Ah,
I'm his.
well,
Nephew.
Gizik cares not. Gizik just cares that you survive.
Makes
keep
two
it-
of us.
Just don't keep any more important secrets like that. Please. If we
Good.
would have gone gung-ho and done this and died for the sake of someone holding god power, that would have been, kind of fucked up. I'm just saying. But we would have done it. Wouldn't we have done it, Gila?
Yes, we would have. It would have gone badly, but if you have any skill at getting away from a bad situation, you would have been with the latter of us, running like fucking hell. the problem is we would have never been able to stop running.
So say, check up for night in Rabi Al Mall. I have a date with the mama.
Well, if everybody, I'm like falling into you and Aaron's random friends vocal patterns.
It's Mama Stella.
So what are we gonna camp out around the base? What do we want to do? We're gonna do this after the tax collectors go out. But where do you want to hide tonight? Where should we? Oh, look to Gila. Where should we go if we want to spring this on the morrow?
There's got to be somewhere closer to there than where we stayed out for the night, right?
Like
So,
within.
question for Hawk for his perception in the castle. Normally, castles have like a back exit for their royalty or whatever.
Okay, a goat path.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is
Yes,
there
they do.
one? Is there a back?
The back way in is on the other side of these stalagmites. Hard to get through, but probably easier way in, yes. If we stay night outside, we have to harsh the elements.
Front door or back door?
Back door.
Back door may be easier. Staying so close, though, that is where we come into problem. That's what
Not exactly small.
closer we are, easier seen.
I,
We could come with transport and make it easier, faster travel.
Eula, do you know of any more of your hidden compartments, underground layers that we could stay in? Around?
They're fairly spread out, and depending on the season, a lot of them are covered up. We would be digging for longer than we would be sleeping.
I think I'll defer to you in terms of how close we want to stay to the Headman. I'll let you decide what's the best place for us to stay to be here at the fastest amount of time on the next day.
If we went to town,
Thalath,
How long?
Turuk,
if we went to town and
or Qatar.
got Thalath, if we went to Thalath and got transport,
It's about an It's about an 8-hour travel.
for us to go there or come back?
Yes. Well, it's
Well, because we don't have
For-
transport right now.
yeah. So getting there will take you about. It's about an 8-hour travel based on my squares here.
Axum.
So 16 round trip.
Yeah, we have
So-
to axe them, right?
Yeah, with the Axon and however many people can ride on them, it is going to be it'll probably take about half the time, so 4 hours to get there. If you have proper wheelings and dealings coming from Thalath, then you might be able to have that time even more.
We could also Liamon's tiny hut under the fucking or next to the place.
That is also true.
And there's also ruins right here.
That's the ruins you guys stayed
Where
at.
we're staying at.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
we
so
got.
we're-
I mean, this feels closer than this.
If you look at the squares are ours.
Okay.
Cool.
So 2 hours or more than 2 hours. I like to be close.
So is this fortress like kind of butted up against these like?
Yes.
Yeah, is it nestled in between them or is it
No,
on top
there-
of them?
It's nestled like into, so the back of this is like there's a small little gap of area behind there for some of the circuitites to come out, but there is an opening there where you could tiny hut.
That's
I would like
Yeah, 'cause
the
you can-
tiny
you-
hut.
because you can change the tiny hut to be whatever. So you could like, especially at night, if you made that thing just like
I can
dark on the
control the
outside?
outside. Yeah, I can make it
it
match.
would just blend in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say we stay close, stay out in front.
Now getting back there, and getting around
Yeah.
might be an issue.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
spend.
like how well guarded is it?
I want
This
to.
was kind of my question.
I want to hut us.
Not as guarded as the front, but still guarded at the moment.
I want to hut us and then spend the hut night devising ways we can get in. What's the plan for when we hatch or go after Uncle Cal tomorrow?
So, getting back. Oh, go ahead.
The getting away is going to be a hard part as well. Chiswick,
Yes.
can you simply go to town and bring us back some things from Mama?
You want me to go back home and come back?
Well, we'll have to have a quicker way out of here than just the axe and pulling.
I'll grab 2 of the Hollands.
Do that.
No, 4. 4, there's a lot of you. I will take Hawk. We will come and ride. Just let us know whenever you're going to be ready for strike and when you're leaving, so that we can be around and ready.
Absolutely. I will hit you on your stone.
Now I want to talk to Polywan if we're settling up and tiny hutting over in this area. I want to say, so I know you can fly. Well, I think
Yes.
we can fly. We can fly and we can be indiscoverable. I can make us both invisible, and we can fly wherever the fuck we want.
Wait, what? You can do that?
Yeah, and I'll do some hand stuff and just make my head invisible for a second, but just for a second, and then I'm like, hey, but I could do that for like an hour. So we're gonna camp out here. We can get as close as we can get. We can both of us come in invisible. I can ride on your back. You're bigger than me, mate. Look at you. You're a fucking beast.
I'm so fucking
I'm 5'6", man.
I'm like 2'3". I'll be on your back.
Every time you go to cast a spell, I just get jealous. I just never had the aptitude for it.
Well, I could teach you, bud. I could show you at least maybe.
People have tried to teach me a lot. Actually, the transformation that it do is kind of a bastardized wild shape because I could not get it down.
He turned
down
into
pat.
homunculus. It was hilarious.
It was a bad thing that happened. That I have turned into a good thing. I crush you. It's be fine.
He can crush. He's crush master.
I think you have. Yeah, it sounds like you have at least a proficiency, which I can work with. But maybe not this high.
My next level is Arcane Trickster.
Yeah, Paulie, we go in there. Both of us invisible, and then we can go from there.
So,
I mean, is it
what?
like smart to let us all up? Especially, I mean, it
What-
looks real fucky in there.
One issue you come across is Spike Bridge. There's only one area to go through. If you can you make everybody fly, or just 2?
I don't have the fly spell, so or levitate.
Oh, there's one good way in. Well, there is back door, but probably going to be locked. I'm guessing your sleeping cat friend
can
Yeah.
take care of that.
Oh, I mean,
He would love to.
I could take care of locks.
Oh,
We can go the Keister route. It's fine.
We can fly down, take out the lock, and fly back up, and go in. Yep.
yes, you want keister lock. Yes, here. You take this with you, Birdman.
Oh shit! What the fuck was that?
You take this.
You
You take
were
this with you.
you were lying. You really
Take this with you.
I don't want it. I don't think.
Take it. Put it in your pouch.
I grab it. I spit on it, and I rub it off on Pollywone's chest. Hey, it's fine. Don't even worry about it. It's useful. Do you know that whales shit in the water that I swim in all day? It's no big deal, mate.
Yes, I know that.
So, we will leave out now. Good luck to you in figuring out a way to stay close, but let us know. Gila will send for us, and we will have escape plan ready for you. Just get in safe, and hopefully get out. Not dead. Sound good? So, when Gila get back, tell him I will miss him. And don't tell him what I just gave you.
Gila, Jizza's going to miss. Why am I talking like that? Gila, Jizza's gonna miss you so much. He just told us he's gonna miss you. He loves you. You're the best.
Gila, may the light watch you.
And you as well. Be kind in the sense.
Become the sons. And Gila or Jezik and Shlon begin to walk their way towards Thalath Taruk to gain a way for escape.
Oh, you guys are gonna love them, the little creepy bastards. It's awesome.
So, we are probably about 30 minutes away. You can see the tops of the Headman's headquarters from where you are. Whenever you're starting to make your way close, how are we trying to get around and get towards the back unseen? Actually, I'm going to take a tiny break real fast. Come back at 9:10. I have to pee so bad.
7:10 for us
And I'm-
West
I
Coast.
I get you.
Let's go pee.
I'm really bad at going, okay guys, let's break. I'm really bad at it because I can just keep going. I'm sorry. But I gotta pee. Y'all have moments?
Yeah, let's go pee.
No. I go pee.
I go pee.
Goodbye.
Okay, he's gone. Well, I didn't really have to pee. Let's now talk about what we're gonna do.
We gotta start. I gotta get food.
No, okay. No, go home.
I know.
We're all you need to know is me and you are flying invisibly. Then,
But no, we'll save invisibility. Like I say, we get around. Somehow we get around and go up. You know,
well, we gotta go to the
up-
backside. I feel like because I can make us invisible for an hour, and then I can make us invisible again for another hour. So
Yeah, but are you gonna remember to save those two spells?
Yeah, see, I think like 'cause that'd be good if we were doing like the initial recon.
I feel like you can go in low. We can go in low and hard. Just go in low and hard. Just we're not going up like high level, like high elevation. We're just going down low, and we can go in low, go in around the back. You unlock it, pow pow, and then I cast invisibility on us both, and then we just go up, and then we just.
Well, I should be able to pick the lock from the outside.
That's what I'm. Yeah,
Still.
I'm not helping you pick the lock. I mean, I can make it easier for you, but I'm not gonna.
Well, no, I mean, so like we should all be able to sneak around, like do a loopy.
I feel
Go
like
in.
it's not just gonna be like we sneak. It's gonna be like a check, and then we're gonna have to.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
you guys
so-
are gonna have to do a check
Okay.
too, being invisible and shit too.
So it's gonna be an advantage. We have. I don't. I'm wondering because we have Gila and his druid-esque friends. Maybe one of them is.
They're going to get us a way out.
yeah.
Yeah.
They have pass without a trace. Druids have pass without a trace. That's all I know.
I know, but they're not with
sure.
us.
They're not going to be with us.
So how do we want to? I guess
tried to only send Jizit, but
I guess our approach. How do we want to mask our approach? I guess how do we want to come at this thing and enable ourselves to at least have some of us go behind here, pick this lock, and.
I have a bad idea for a distraction for you guys.
Love it.
Just get me show up at the gates trying to buy back my uncle as the prince.
I like it.
That is
I like it.
there is that.
terrible idea because of the trebuchets, but
I like it
Like,
though. Like I'm the king of Caracalla. I demand you. I demand you give me my uncle back.
what?
No, not that. I would be like, okay, let's talk a price. Let's negotiate. Give you guys ample opportunity to sneak in the back.
I would say if that's the route, then you use your invisibility, Justin, on somebody with Finn. Like have someone with him invisible, like Gila. Have him invisible, like ready to pop off if shit goes down.
I mean, yeah, me and Gila
I'm already a stealthy-ish boy.
Yeah, so am I.
or leg.
More
Leg
of a
would be
flamboyant,
good.
rogue, but still.
But since we're stealthy, that means we're better at picking locks.
I just because especially if we're split the party like that,
Mhm.
like I'm just like, oh, let's just.
Well, you
Yeah,
can, but that's why I want to be on you.
It was a,
Because me and you, we could, if you can fly, I'm small, like, we can go wherever.
it was a distraction option.
We're splitting the party.
No, you don't
We don't
know.
know.
You don't know.
You're just guessing, maybe.
Somebody just join a second group chat
Yeah, I'm in like 10.
all at the same time.
No, I'm not. That was a lie.
Yeah.
I
Lane, what are your thoughts on it? I haven't heard from you in a while.
He's zoned the fuck out.
Gila, what are your thoughts?
I'm looking at all of our accoutrement and seeing what everybody can do because I'm.
I can make fog, but I don't think that really helps us in the desert.
Are we or are we not? We're waiting for the day to when people go out to collect taxes, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
we are taking that time. So okay. And we know that there's a backdoor unlocking thing that has to happen if that's what we want to do.
Mhm.
I
We
think.
can scout the back door.
I
See how
think.
fortified it is.
I think we want to have a distraction at the front door. Have people unlock the back door. And then we all coalesce somewhere.
How easy are the kobolds that we fought, Aaron?
Yeah.
Are those the typical, or are those pretty rough and rowdy for the kobolds?
They themselves, like on there, they're kind of the typical underling.
Okay,
And they were pretty hardy.
and they were pretty hardy.
How many of them died in like 1 or 2 hits?
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
you're right, you're right.
You're right.
I just missed everything, so.
My one big good skill when I created this character, the whole premise of his combat abilities was inescapable monster. My one thing I can do real fucking well is crack heads. I'm more of an oh shit button than anything as far as this plan would go. Because, like, stealth-wise, I'm looking at a big old whopping +3.
And that's better than my +0 at disadvantage.
Yeah, so, like, I'm with you, like, if you're coming to buy your uncle back, quote-unquote,
Yeah.
That is still a potential.
it would also make
What we're planning.
it would also make sense for me to be with you.
Yeah,
no one would
invisible.
No, well, no, not even invisible. Nobody would bat an eye at Gila, a fucking Beklik Anonik, guiding somebody through the desert.
Oh,
No one
okay.
would bat an eye at me being with you. I'm not just like known as some kind of harbinger of ill will or anything. I mean, the druids of our sector, pretty hardy as it is, but just because of being out in the deserts. But like, no one would bat an eye at me alone,
With me.
guiding you.
Okay.
Especially if you can afford it. Like, we're not super cheap, but so
Well, I
no
would
one,
assume they know who my uncle is at this point.
which means do they know who you are?
Well, that's why I was gonna. That was my thing of being like, I'm gonna come up and announce myself as the prince, wanting my uncle back.
Yeah, and I don't know if whoever was joking when they said that's not good against trebuchets. No one's shooting a trebuchet at us. There's no fucking way. Physically, Aaron, you could smile all you want. There's no physical way that they would be able to slap us with a trebuchet that's meant to hurl rocks hundreds of feet.
It's like check
Not-
out gun, man.
Not very.
You mentioned it. It's gonna happen.
What we should mention is whether they keep the motherfuckers loaded or not, and how we can use them.
That's my head immediately went to how can I turn this around and shoot
So-
at the cat?
How?
So, you know they're loaded.
They have trebuchets that now that
Gila,
our
but
scouts
they're
did not
At the
find.
front.
Gila,
They found him
you-
at the front.
No, we found those.
Gila, so one of them is facing towards outside of the bridge, and the other one looks like it is angled to where if it goes off, it destroys the bridge.
Mhm.
Just for clarification.
If we sabotage the mechanism in some way, do we have anybody? Oh, hi, Mr. Wizard. You got engineering in your repertoire,
Bones?
correct?
Yep, close enough. What the fuck you need, my dude?
Could we sabotage the mechanism in such a way that it basically just slams the rock into the ground, or in a different direction?
So we have not assaulted the castle yet, but we are talking about it.
Yeah, sure.
With what I have prepared, maybe. So we want this rock to fucking maybe destroy itself potentially, or just not get off at all.
It misfire or something along those lines.
Yeah.
I think.
Above all, we don't want, if it throws a big old rock, the one that hits the fucking.
I mean, I could
bridge
put down a
is
big
gonna
old.
hurt shit.
I could put down a big old fireball that might burn the ropes.
No, we want to keep the bridge because that's the only way in and out.
We want. No, he's
I-
not talking about burning the
I'm
bridge.
not
he's
talking about the bridge. I'm talking about
Oh,
a catapult or a
trebuchet.
trebuchet. Put a fireball directly down on the trebuchet. Maybe that might burn all the ropes. At least leave it in a way that can't shoot. Also, I could make anybody who's trying to operate it not be able to operate it. Yeah, so that's about all I can do.
Hell yeah.
I prefer the flammable method. Just
I too prefer. I would love to see the flammable method. That sounds.
yeah, it's just
pretty
fun.
badass.
What
I
sounds?
think you've described a pretty badass move.
I agree.
As far as getting in, though, I mean, me and the big guys over here are not not going to be very hard to spot. So, here's the deal: do we want to have you two sneak in and grab your uncle, the president, and go out the back way? Is that the plan?
I think that Finn had the good idea. He goes up. Singular is one grand, beautiful person, and he says whatever he wants to say. I come here to barter for my uncle, and then I think we use that distraction to have some of us, or many of us, go around the back. Paulie can unlock the door, and if he can, I can help him. And then once that's unlocked, me and Paulie can go airborne. We can be wherever you need us to be. Once that door is unlocked, you guys can go in, go wherever you need to be. Me and Paulie can go airborne. We can be wherever you ask us to be. Remember, we have those sending stones for those Sinagru. And then I've got nothing past it. But I trust.
How would we split the party though? That's the next question. It'd be me, Gila, and it's just gonna be me and him, and you four.
Recommendation?
No, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Big people in the front, small people in the back.
Or
No,
what
but I didn't
about
want to leave them without it.
what about
a healer?
what about small people helping big people get in the back? Like, what about Leg going in the fucking back, and then fucking Finn's in the front, and then me and
That's why I was-
Polywan are just doing
Well,
Overwatch.
We have Miguel too.
So then, how about 2 big, 1 small, 2 small, 1 big? So Finn, Gila, and Miguel, I said Shadowheart. Wow, I've been playing way too much Baldur's
Yeah.
Gate.
Thunderstripe.
Thunderstripe. Finn, Gila, Thunderstripe,
Up front.
Polywan, Nar, Leg in the back.
What do
Don't
you
let me
mean-
don't let me dive in.
Well, what do you mean by in the back?
Back
But
way.
we
This
go
way.
the back way.
You guys are going in the back way.
Who
Finn.
who goes in the back way though? Because I feel like
You,
Aaron just
Polly,
said
and
everybody.
Leg. No, you, Polly, and Leg.
Yeah.
Me, Polly, and Leg. Yeah.
Because you would have to help Leg be quiet, I assume. Right?
Leg's perfectly good at being quiet on his own.
Leg's a
yeah.
Leg's a cleric though. You got enhanced, right?
I could. No, I
Make him
can't.
invisible.
He could get. I
You
mean,
don't need to be invisible.
given the time to prepare spells, he could give himself enhanceability.
Oh, I also used our last rest as a time to prepare my new spells, so I did not prepare that.
Well, we're having another rest because we
Yeah,
gotta
we
wait
get
for the
one
guys. To
Oh shit! I can prepare.
Yeah, we
I
gotta
can.
hold
I
on.
can prepare some stuff if that's what we want to do. Like if we have
leave. If we're going heisty, then
if we're going heisty, I can do enlarge reduce. I
Going
can
heisty and hyphy, my boys.
I
Hell
can do. All I can do is enlarge. I can make legs smaller. That's all I can do.
I mean that might help them.
You want me to make you smaller,
in
leg?
places.
Well,
Because it's supposed to be tight, right? It's
you
a
can't
tight
hold
space.
you can't hold that and invisibility, right?
I can. I mean, they're both
No.
concentration, so I can't do it at the same
Yeah.
time. But I can prepare both of them.
For sure.
How,
That also gives a chance for bigger Finn.
Yeah. Well, that
Who
yeah.
knows
Finn.
what's gonna happen?
I'm gonna prepare enlarge reduce.
So
Hold on.
before we begin changing spells, we still have to get there.
Yeah, we have to get there.
and get the people who want to be in the back for that night. We can say some time passes, and we have hit nighttime. The air is much colder during the night inside of the deserts.
Polly,
whenever you're out.
Can
Hold on just a
can before anybody even gets there, can me and Polly go on like a spec ops mission, like the night before we go around the back just to unlock it, just if Polly's down, like the night before we're trying to do our big thing, we fly around the back under cover of night and try and prepare for what's going to happen the day before.
If Polly's down.
If are you down for that, Steven?
I mean, yeah. But I thought the whole thing was that we were gonna try and sneak around and like stay back there.
No,
Yeah.
but I'm saying if there's one less thing we have to do back there, then we can just send anybody back there. So we can go around the back, unlock it during the nighttime, and then go back to where people are, and then everything's like prepared.
I like it, but also I don't think we should go in, go out, come back. You know, like that's.
We're gonna be
invisible.
my guy. We're gonna be invisible. I'm gonna make us invisible.
Yeah,
just-
but you can still roll shit though.
Yeah.
There's still the chance.
If whoever's going,
Me and
should
you.
go,
Me and you.
and then we and like
Stay there
So,
for the night.
and leg,
no,
and
we
stay there for the night.
We still do the picking, whatever tonight.
You're saying we should stay at the place we are
That was-
picking?
Yeah, we would stay like because it's inside a cavern, so you stay.
Oh,
like,
it's. I thought it was just like
outside.
a. Aaron, what's this thing that we would be picking
Mountain
look like? It's not just like a fucking gate on the outside of a. It's like you have to go into a tunnel and.
So, no, you don't know what it looks like at the moment because you have not gotten there. But what you do know is that on the other side of these giant stalagmites outside, there is a small little opening, and there is a spot to be able to hunker down for the night. As of the door itself, you have not seen.
Yeah.
There's a place to hunker down on the back side for the night.
Yes. So up here is the front.
Yeah.
Up around here is the front. Back here is the back.
And we're over here. And the
At
place
the moment,
that
yeah.
we're at the
At
for,
the moment,
at the moment
you guys are around out here, just kind of surveying from the outside, and then you can make your way down and try to find a way
And-
to hide and get the three of you back there.
or
And-
could we go or is this just all shut off? Because this I'm thinking like, is there like a path in between here, or is like the back just like before these mountains or mesas?
Yes, there is not. That's the word I was looking for. There's not much room back here at all. There's a little bit of a way to slip out from the back, but you're gonna have to climb up all through these and then climb down to get through there that way.
What I'm proposing is we prepare for the day assault, and at the night before,
There's
me
not
and
gonna be an assault. We're trying to
the day
You guys out.
distraction, and then the night of, aka right now, Polywan and I go to just prepare us for that. So we go behind where the back is, because Polywan, I could fly in his back. We can fly into wherever we have to go to. We can unlock whatever we need to unlock, and then we can get out of there. That's all. I'm just trying to prep for the next day. Or the
So
next.
at first we were talking about the three people who are going to be going in the back, staying back there for the
Yeah.
night, and then the next morning
Yeah.
going in.
Because you don't want to have 3 times you don't want to go in, come out, and then come back in. You just want to get in, stay there, and we prepare at the same time.
But what if we just get in, unlock what needs to be unlocked,
Let me
and
stay.
then,
Let me stay.
Did he
and,
say?
and
point.
the reason for staying is
So that
Oh,
at
that's chance to
crack
get
of
caught.
dawn, we are good to go. We don't have to sneak back in. You know, it's like we're there, we're ready. It's
But then like Leg is gonna potentially have to sneak here by himself. Like,
but no,
No, that's
the
why he's
point, like,
going with you.
Yeah, so
Oh.
I'm thinking you make him, you two go invisible, you sneak your asses that way, like the hard way.
and you
I
can
can
fly at
fly,
night. Yeah,
Come
yeah.
around, and because you said, Aaron, that it's not really a walking thing, but that it's like people could technically climb.
People
through this
could-
little area.
Could technically climb through, or there is small little gaps you can walk around to be back
Well,
there.
So so I'm getting at is I could just loop around and like fly through, like it's
You can
Absolutely.
You can fucking
Yeah,
fly. You can fly wherever you want.
You know, cavern.
And then
So
the
that's
three of us hunker
that's
down
alright.
there.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we're gonna have to have something that notifies, like, all right, fucking blue team is go. Like, we're gonna have to
They're
know
called-
when to go.
They're called sending stones.
And I have.
we all have them.
I just
And we
wanted.
all have common.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. So,
We got him there, guys.
Yeah, we got him there.
There.
Jesus.
On the third deal we go.
This has been my life for 30 years.
34.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to tell. I'm going to pick a time that I think that we're going to be fucking boots on the ground, getting the fuck out. And I'm
Leg
gonna
and us
tell-
are going at like 2 in the morning or
Let's
3
sell-
in the
Well,
morning.
I'm talking about my little guys.
Yeah,
Our exfil.
our front team.
So for fucking Sky Operation Skyhook is gonna be. I'm gonna give them a roundabout fucking time to be ready to go on the outskirts of this fucking thing, and I guess I can just sending stone them at the time, and that'll be our way the fuck out.
It works.
And,
They'll be waiting.
In terms of like the tax people who like leave, is there? I don't know if they really would have, but is there like a time that they actually leave? Like each time
Daybreak.
they do it? Okay, so it's full blown daybreak. We're clock in. We're going.
And I feel like they would. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Aaron. I feel like they would just go down on the paths. Like there wouldn't be like out here. They would just go down on the paths to this town, to that next town. Like they wouldn't try and like tread a new path. Like, oh, we're gonna go this way.
No, they have specific ways that they go.
Okay.
So, everyone's on the same page.
Jesus.
Yeah.
For now.
All right. So,
Ooh, got nervous.
night team takes, or the front team gets down, hunkers down for the night, and waits for light to come. Night team. 2 people go invisible, Leg and Nar.
Yep.
Polywan, you have no trouble getting to where you need to go. You will require no checks. Nar and Leg. I am going to be rolling a couple perceptions to try to get you to see if we can see you. If anybody notices the sandy footprints walking about to get back there. We are rolling at disadvantage, but nonetheless, must go for the roll. Figure out how we end our night. And don't worry, they have nothing on their perceptions. They're idiots. They have no wisdom.
I'm using my mage hand to just.
You guys begin to walk around and start to sleuth by. You see candles lit and torches off to the sides, and you can see groupings of kobolds just kind of walking around and looking. And as you're going by, your mage hand is kind of swiping up the prints that you're leaving as you're walking through. And you make it through until you get to this small little corner area where there's one set guard who is kind of just standing there watching this back area. How would one of Leg or Nar like to try to distract him to move him away to be able to get inside?
So he's guarding the locked door.
He's guarding that back area. It's just one guy.
Are we still
Just
invisible?
One guy. You're still invisible.
Lane?
He's just kind of standing there. Just
What you thinking, Lane? You want me to do it? You want to do it?
like he has no idea you're there.
He's got no idea.
Yeah, I want to try to think if there's something I can do with like athletics to like hop up and get above him, and then maybe like fucking pounce down on top. But I mean, I'm not a ranged character.
I mean,
Can
you're
I-
invisible.
You're invisible, my
a-
dude.
Yeah,
It
you're
doesn't matter.
Can I make a meta suggestion?
Aaron, some random
You
guy
can make
Aaron
it.
vetted. Tell me what are you
Hold on
thinking?
to it.
Wait, this is. Did you prepare silence?
No,
No.
I prepared
So-
invisibility.
No.
He's
That
asking
fucking
me.
clerics get silence.
Oh, he is
No,
a cleric.
I don't have anything prepared for like my spells
stealth ops.
are mainly more
Offensive base.
hearing. No, I like almost fully noticed that since Tamiri left, I've gone to more healing spells because of my new god. I have very few. Like, I have inflict wounds, magic weapon.
Okay, I'll tell you now. In situations like this where you can catch somebody completely off guard, the hit points that they have, in my eyes, do not matter. If you have the ability, if you're trying to kill this guy or knock him out, and you're able to get a hold of him, you're able to get a hold of him and kill him.
I'm gonna jump on Leg's shoulder and I'm like, say, throw me at him. Just do it. And I'm gonna pull out my new beautiful sword and just be like, throw me. Right in his face. He can't see us.
I'll throw him.
Alright.
This really isn't me killing.
I'm the killer.
I'm trying to play this as like still not a murder hobo.
No, you're just throwing a turtle. That's all.
No, I just.
But
Gotta,
would that
I'm trying to think of like,
break
is this gonna break my path
stealth?
with my fucking new god?
I do
Also,
want
would
to.
it break the stealth because he's attacking?
I'm attacking. He's not. It would break my stealth, but he's dead by the time my stealth is broken. Then.
I would also say these are kidnapping slavers.
And yeah, I have no.
So, moral quandaries aside.
Whenever you think that to yourself, Leg, you can hear a familiar voice in the back of your head when you were looking inside of that fountain, and it says, "Kill that, like, to murder those who are unjust is just." And in what you think to be worry, in breaking a pact that you've made with someone, your mind eases as you know these people to be unjust. You know these people to take the justice away from those who seek it. You know these people to take life away for those who deserve it.
Well, I'm about to make this fucking brutal. So I want to sneak up behind him and, like, with one hand, kind of like, I assume that I just loom over this guy just invisibly because 13 fucking feet.
Yeah, he stands at a solid about 5'6". So yes,
I would like to ready an action to distract in order just to help his attack.
All right. Hold on, let's see what he does.
Can I ask Nar to trip him?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So, with this, I assume that the gangway that he's probably walking on has holes in it.
The what?
Like the gangway, like is he walking like on like a wooden platform at all?
So right now he's just kind of standing still, like next to the entryway that looks to be like a door that's kind of facing downward, maybe towards a basement area. But he is standing a bit in front of it, like you have enough room to step behind him.
Yeah. So I'm gonna like kind of get behind him, and I'm trying to think of how like I can trip him.
I'll trip him. I can trip him for you.
So
I'll
you
fucking
like trip him backwards. Then.
I'll trip him. No, I'll trip him fucking forward or whatever. However you want him tripped, I'm gonna trip him. Backwards? Okay, then I'm gonna throw a rope around the back of his legs and then pull it.
He sees, like, the guard just sees an intangible turn tangible rope wrap around his legs, and then seeing, like, looks forward, sees footsteps as you pull, and he just back. And what do you do, Leg?
Horns. Just right behind him.
Oh.
And as he yanks
Covers
the
mouth.
balls,
Covers mouth.
he, like, the first large horn just, like, pierces his back, and I just, like, reach up, just grabbing him by the, like, his mouth, and just pull him down.
Oh.
Yeah, he
That's brutal.
as blood begins to run down. you, and you wash him off. Polywan, you come flying in around that time. As
What the
you see,
fuck, dude?
As you see Leg pushing off this being from his two horns and gets just kind of shakes it off a little bit. That is where we will end this session. Next session, we will begin at the end of this night, getting the door open, and we will begin the heisty weisty
Fucking brutal.
for the next day.
Holy fucking shit, that was brutal.
That's like Saving Private Ryan, just like.
See, I was kind of hoping he was walking on a gangway that just had some holes in it,
Mm-hmm.
and have him trip him forward. And as have you ever seen the video of the bull rider that got the horn through his mouth?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Essentially, do that with the gangway.
That's what you did.
So my horn is just underneath of it, and his face just comes right down.
Oh,
No, you did it. That's what you did. Except there was no gangway, and you just kind of took them down.
This playlist is leaving my thing. I'm telling you now.
Bro, some of the
that
more
was-
comedic songs were strategically placed. I swear they were perfect for the
it's
scene.
so funny.
Yeah. There.
Not what I wanted. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
are
happy.
you using that the playlist I sent you? Or are you going back to the OG?
I have a grouping of them that I have, and that's in there. I was trying to use a desert playlist that somebody had sent to me, and it did not work. And I am going to tell them that I will never use this playlist again. But oh my goodness, I'm happy we have a plan. Yeah. This is gonna be really, this is gonna be good.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
I hope so.
I'm gonna stab somebody.
I have a lot to plan for. I thought I might get a little time, but I should have known. They have Cal.
Yeah.
I should have just known.
Yeah, we don't fuck with Cal.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah.
That was your own doing.
I will let you know that the choices you have made will affect a different place later on.
Dope.
Oh, great.
Ah! That's what it sounded like.
It